All right, welcome back to the To Be Fair Show. I am your host, Johnny P.
Oh, hey, real.
It's Q.
And we back. Got our boy Dave in the house. Want to say, hey, appreciate you for pulling up on us, man.
Not David Walker, David Foster.
Oh, yeah. No towards my boy.
Oh,
Chill out. Hey, before we get started, we'll tell everybody, please check us out on all socials. It's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Please be active with us in the chat. All super chats get read immediately. Hit the like button, subscribe, get all our notifications, and we're gonna rock and roll. Been a good weekend so far.
Yeah.
The boy dropped.
Drake?
No.
Oh, my bad. I thought that was the boy.
The culture shifter.
Is that a hint to something else later?
Oh no, we see. But
We'll see.
how'd y'all boys enjoy the album though?
I think it'd probably be good to start with y'all. Me and Rail first in that reaction is online right now.
Hey, Riz already got it started. He said, "Is that the Kendrick hater?
Who? Which one?
Who's the Kendrick hater?
I don't know who would be.
Kendrick hater?
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
What's good to the crew to make this crystal clear that Kendrick project is mid. Oh, okay, that's who you talk about.
Oh, okay. All right.
They coming in hot, ain't it?
Let's
Yeah,
talk to
already.
They coming in hot.
They
So,
on two sides of the fence, too. That's the fun part. So
what did you think?
I mean, I liked it. Now, like I said,
Kevin Samuels scale.
yeah, we giving ratings up.
yeah,
Let him cook a little.
All right, go ahead.
But like, I like how he did it too. I like the surprise. You build the tension up, then drop. I've only listened to it through once. So second listen is your opinion change. But when I first listened, I was in the car riding, so I was kind of by myself vibing out. I'm fucking with it heavy. I'm thinking it's 5. Fuck, the murals reincarnated my joint, TV off. I'm fucking with it. Heart Part 6, I'm fucking with that too. So I think he did what he had to do. I think it's a good album, leading them up to the Super Bowl and shit. I think it's gonna be a good next year for the boy.
Talk to us, Dave.
Oh, Dave, he said he talk about Dave, bro. He said Dave the Kendrick hater.
I'm talking about the I don't know. Dave, get your take before. He's probably thinking Dave is somebody else. But go ahead.
I've been listening to Kendrick since 2010. So, but I feel like that album was. I put it this way: what he's doing, I feel like he's locked into this zone that he's in, like coming off of the songs that he put out in the beef. Like as far as flow patterns, as far as like just being as creative as he can, like with this perspective that he's on right now. So I feel like the album is well done all the way through as far as like a whole collective. If you listen to it all the way through, I got to listen to it more too to catch some of this stuff that he's saying. But
gotcha. Shout out Ron Dwan. He was. Oh yeah, Ron Dwan. He was on there. In the call in with us for a nice little bit. Shout out the homie. I think he said he has his own channel and media commentary. Jump. Make sure y'all check out Ron Dwan. I would say I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. My main go back to is Whacked Off Murals. It's probably the one I've listened to the most. It's a bunch of them I haven't like ran back a lot just because I've been just riding to one right now. My go-tos right now is Whacked Out Murals. It's
TV off gotta be.
Well, TV off is the most memeable one. So that one has gotten played, but it's the one he did over the one mic jump. I think Ron Dwan called it Timu one mic, but I deserve it all. I like that one.
Timu one mic though.
That's what he called it.
That's what he called it too. That shit was hilarious.
But it was obviously Reincarnated is the best story. Like those would be like my top ones as of right now.
Tone.
I still ain't listened to the whole album, but from what I heard so far, it's a couple of things to be looked at. I do think he putting heat on Cole every time he puts something out at this point.
Oh, like, I ain't gonna,
but I ain't gonna go to. We'll go to that.
Oh hell.
Overall,
when you listen back, that first record is almost mainly directed towards Cole.
Yeah,
I actually didn't pay attention to it on the first listen or the second listen, but so much of it is directed at Cole that I just didn't realize it.
Yeah, that was one of the main things. But other than that, like because I do think he putting the heat on Cole. But other than that, like from what I heard so far, like It's cool. I wasn't thoroughly impressed. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wasn't like thoroughly impressed, but I got to go back and listen. That's always usually the case with me with Kendrick. Like, I have to listen back. But yeah, I wasn't thoroughly impressed on my first listen and everything. Like, it's always like Kendrick ain't gonna do nothing sorry, so I ain't saying there like it's just trash or nothing like that. I ain't trying to trash it, but
I mean, to me, because like what you said about Kendrick, usually it take me. I'm the opposite. Usually it take me like a couple listens to like fully digest the Kendrick project. To me, this is one of the first ones where I'm like first listen.
Much more
I'm like,
easy.
I'm like, damn, this is an easy.
But this is a different version of a Kendrick project.
Yeah, that's why I like it, because I feel like he's trying to take that spot from Drake, that mainstream spot. I feel like he's standing on his own business, his way, but he's pushing to like really knock that.
All right, well, let me get my take. But I thought that it was mid. I liked Mr. Morale better than this project. I did like. To me, this is the worst one that I've heard from him. To me, I thought it was okay. It was. I mean, for what it was, I don't think he made it for everybody. It's a Cali record. It's a Cali project. It's for the whole thing is their sound. It's for, you know what I mean? This is not the sound that I like the Southern sound better. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna take the whole album and go that way with it, it ain't for me. But I mean, it was still cool. Kendrick can't not rap good. You know what I mean? So you have to give him that for sure. He's great at rapping. You know what I mean? But like you said, the ease of listening. This is the first time I've heard it be so easy to listen to. I did like the Temu one mic joint. That's probably my favorite one off of there. And then Reincarnated is the number 2. And then I'm the party pooper guy. I ain't the nigga that be wanting to dance all the time and shit. It sounded better to me on the Oil last night than it did like listening to it again here. Us listening to it again. For me, like, it depends. That's what it was for me. And honestly, I think that as far as the rapping, of course, because he didn't try. It doesn't seem like he really tried to rap on this album. But what is it? The Might Delete Later is much better.
Of like, talking about like bars?
In my opinion, it was much better than this.
Well, I don't think that you would really compare.
You got it. Well, so when do we not? When do you? How do we decide when and when not to compare?
I like Might Delete Later too a lot too. So
but I guess
you think this could be possibly better than Might Delete Later?
Maybe.
But to me, like, the thing is that like you're comparing different things. So you said the rapping on this was. But
this is just my opinion. Go ahead. What are you trying to say?
Yeah, I think that you said that the rapping on Might Delete Better was way better than this. But I think that's a given because of this was like half of this was meant to be kind of more club party XYZ. Same way, like if somebody just enjoys like music that's a vibe, like you wouldn't compare that to Might Delete Later. Like they're literally going for two different things.
I understand that. So, but I'm just trying to say, like, so when do we decide? So we can decide sometimes that we compare albums.
No, all right. So are you comparing the album or rapping? You said the word rapping.
No, I'm talking about album.
You said the rapping on Might Delete Better.
Oh, no. Well,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I like really Might Delete Later better than I like this. That was what my statement. What my intent from the statement was. I like that better than this.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna play this way more than Might Delete Later.
Hey,
but just because like I enjoy
I'm not.
I don't need a nigga to bar me to death while I'm riding around the city. I probably want vibes while I'm riding, to be honest. And usually when I listen to music is when I'm riding around.
Oh, no.
If you're looking to twerk, this is better.
He made twerk music on here.
I'm talking about like it's much funner. It's much funner.
It is a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time.
The words are still.
Oh no,
I gotta listen. Yeah, to
it's still a lot.
He's still saying some stories.
And I mean, he got like if we was to compare his rapping on here, it's still elite. He just it's like a half and half album. Like
I thought it was.
I don't
mid.
like
this is the Mr.
So
mid
my thing would be like what on Might Delete Later
mid.
You would compare to Reincarnated.
No, see, I'm not a dude that's gonna remember the names of the songs.
The story. Well, you would know Reincarnated because that's the concept of it. But like,
right?
Are you talking about on
Might
Cole
Delete?
thing?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm not a dude
my
that
thing.
remembers.
I don't think there's a comparable record to that.
Okay, I understand that.
I put the intro up against almost the entire album.
Maybe do Ready 24 versus like Reincarnated. Like
I wouldn't even get close. I think you'll do Ready 24 maybe to like the intro, Because it's more because Ready 24 is
they like remakes of old songs, like so.
Oh, okay,
like
I get
that shit was
the remake.
me.
Yeah.
So different covers, and I
reincarnated. Right, like that dog.
So
walk,
it is.
yeah.
So this is better. This is better than Mr. Well, everybody thought Mr. Morale was me. I'm just the only guy that I like the storytelling. I thought it was a masterful album. Which is much better. This is the last one.
Hey, y'all go search on YouTube. Our real reaction is on YouTube.
On
Mr.
the oil
Morale and the Mid Steppers.
On the oil, it was much better.
That was a second listen type of album.
What's that, Mr. Morale?
17th listen.
Oh yeah, no, that shit was cold. That shit was cold.
But I do still like the Kodak jump. I don't gotta be depressed all the time. I be able to just have vibes sometimes and just enjoy.
I mean, I really would think about like if Mike Delete later or this one's better. I want to give it a while.
I'm saying, what are we trying to?
It's not really a place where you will compare those two. Go ahead.
Yeah, like what is the goal that we want to be reached with all this stuff? Like, is it to who we gonna say who's the best rapper, or who's the best artist, or who's the best creator, or who's the best wordsmith, or who's the best, like, what does it come down to?
Right.
I think Kendrick's album that he put out now is an elite Kendrick project, but I also think that there's gonna be people that'll put something out that may be way better in, universally everybody's eyes versus like now Californians gonna go
ham on this shit. I believe that 100%.
A huge stake in this hip hop industry anyway. So,
and I think that was the main thing. Like, I think that they're trying to set the fire back over there for him. You know what I mean? That's what in my mind, that's what he was doing. Look at the Pop Out show. It was a lot of things that we wouldn't have known if it wasn't for that. You know what I mean? Now he's giving this sound for them. He's trying to build it up, and I respect it. All I'm saying is that this, I just didn't. I know it wasn't for me.
Wait a minute, but like,
what
you said, you didn't like Mike Delete later like that, and you was putting Kendrick over him because he was rapping too much on it.
No, what I'm no. Hold on.
You knocked my nigga Cole off the top spot after that because you said
I'm not. It wasn't that. It was.
I just want to. You said I don't really like Cole for bars.
No.
That's the shit that I liked him for the stories and the cricket smell. These are your exact words.
Those ain't my exact words.
Oh, you didn't say you liked him for songs like
this nigga trying to
my bad. Now.
This is what I said.
Okay,
I said that the overly trying to prove that you're the best rapper. You just continuously just trying to rap. I like an album that's not like that. I like an album that's going to be.
You didn't say that. That's not what you liked him for. You liked him for songs like Crooked Smile.
I said he's ODing with it. So like I'm saying that I don't like you because you're just going to keep rap every fucking time I hear you. I want to hear some the Crooked Smiles and the. It was rapidy rap, but it still was better than this though. That just pushes this even further down. That's what you not saying nothing. I'm not changing up.
Real say,
you just throwing this a lot further down.
Real said, Real just want introspective records. I see a common thread between this and his last Cole song take.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that's my favorite. I like introspective records. That's gonna be my favorite. Yeah,
I gotta have it all.
If it's an album, yes. If it's an album, give me all of it.
So like,
and that's why I didn't feel like Mike Delete later was. That's why I didn't like it as much because it was just I'm trying to prove I'm the best rapper over and over. And like quite frankly,
this album kind of has it all, don't it?
It's not the sound. It just doesn't have the sound for me.
Gloria?
So everybody gonna have a different opinion. I gave it a 6.
Okay.
On the Kevin Samuels scale because we can't use 7. I think I can't go any higher than can't give it an 8. That's too high.
I don't know. I gave it an 8, but I think those are the best 2 projects that dropped
this year.
Yeah,
I haven't listened to enough music.
Well,
Might Delete later in
that I've heard. Now there might be some, some of the young boys. I don't know.
Like I haven't listened to that Common and Pete Rock record. I heard that was really good.
Oh yeah.
I got to go look at the Grammys. It was like 2 records on the Grammys that I did think was good. People say the Corday record is alright, but like I said, I can't get past young niggas with lists.
He got 2 ill.
You talking about Corday?
Yeah. Corday got 2 ill Lil Wayne records on his tape though.
He do have to win. Okay.
Dope. Like,
all right.
Like
so go ahead.
I guess this is probably a good place to segue it, where another spot of the conversation has moved to. Did he diss Lil Wayne? We'll get to your horrible Lil Wayne discography take in a little bit, but
just a great fucking take.
We'll get back to it in a second.
It's just a great fucking take. But I don't think he dissed Wayne in that. That to me didn't feel like a diss. Didn't sound like a diss. And that's just the same way as everybody was talking about with the I'm going back to Cole again when he said I wouldn't have lost the battle. I would have lost the bro. I think that people want the shit to be so messy just because that's what we love, versus just taking it for what he probably meant. Like, to me, I don't think that Kendrick was meaning to shoot at Wayne like maybe it was slightly astray. He got a grazed by a stray, but it wasn't like the intent wasn't for him to, like, you know what I mean? He wasn't aiming at him directly to cause blood. You know what I mean?
I think it was kind of like the same thing. Like, y'all remember how Cole talked about how he had to fight Diddy?
Yeah.
Born Sinner album.
Mm-hmm.
It was something like that, to where it's like your whole life you look up to this, and then you actually become a part of the industry.
Off season.
Something happened.
That was off season.
And we referring to
something will happen to where it's like it disappoints you. Like, you know, Kendrick didn't think. Because think about that from just a human standpoint. You done made it in the industry, and now you done worked this hard. And now I don't know if it's actually Wayne feels a kind of way, and if he does, is it the people that helped him feel
Wayne
way?
he been going on the press run saying how he's sad and disappointed about not getting the Super Bowl.
Because at the end of the day, bro, let's be honest, bro. Kendrick over Wayne does not deserve the fucking Super Bowl.
Kendrick over Wayne?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, he does.
No, he does not. But Wayne is a fucking hip hop legend, bro. At this point, bro.
I think that if Kendrick stopped right now, he would go down as a hip hop legend. But
it's just not.
Lil Wayne would, like, he doesn't perform well.
Okay, no, I get. Now you're talking about that part. I'm talking about just the deserving part, based on the bodies of work and what their influence was on the hip hop industry.
But now let's stop.
Wayne fucking deserves that, bro.
Kendrick has a better discography, almost by a mile.
It's not even about discography, but the Super Bowl.
He has more awards than him. He's won the Pulitzer. Like every metric, he sold more albums. Every metric outside of like your like
the influence and the Wayne was. Come on, bro. We just gonna act like when did no, I'm just saying, if I understand what you're saying, like based on the
every metric you would do the Super Bowl by.
Right. Okay, I'm talking so the culture, I don't want to word this, bro. And to me, Wayne just deserves it better. Wayne is like a legend too, like the guys that's our age. You know what I mean? This shit is like, I don't know, bro. I wish I could think of a better way to word it, bro. Wayne is just like one of those guys that, like, the Jay-Z. When you mention Jay-Z, when you mention the greats, this nigga Wayne gets in that conversation every time.
Wayne did it different. Also, he didn't do it like the Drakes, the Coles, the Kendricks. They came up when rap was like performance. It was headlining stuff. Wayne wasn't doing tours the same way Kendrick and Drake. So like they're prepared to do a big Super Bowl show, because if you look at their tours and their things, they're ready for it.
I understand that part.
They also have more commercial like records, like commercially viable, unless you go like Wayne's.
I don't know
commercial features. Wayne, like, you have to think about Wayne's album. Wayne's run ended at Carter 3 anyway. But
that's the only one you could really perform at the Super Bowl.
He didn't, like, before then. There's nothing off of Carter 2 that you're going to perform.
Yeah, that shit
there's not really much off of like Carter 1.
The Carter 4, you got something on there.
The Carter 4?
Yeah. We just played them joints last night.
Is surprisingly good.
Exactly. See, the thing is, you got to go back and let me pull it up for you. Let me pull it up for you. Hold on.
Carter 4 is surprisingly good.
The niggas be bro. This true disrespect. 6'7" is on there. Hold on. See, that's just a horrible fucking take. Now he be telling nigga, he always be talking about horrible takes.
Carter 4. No. Wait. We're saying that the Carter 4 is an album he should be performing.
No, that ain't what we just said. That ain't what we was just talking about.
What's the horrible take that the Carter 4?
Any of those? You said it was trash. You pretty much just said it was trash.
That shit is not in the top 3 of his discography.
All right, bro. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this bitch up, bro.
Okay, all right.
Let me pull this bitch up, bro.
So
I'm gonna walk it back.
I got a question.
Here we go. Let me see.
Then he got 18 records, and you probably know 2 of them. But why are you playing songs?
Stop, chill.
Okay, we got
just run down this.
So it started off Blood Blowing. I'm not Mega Man 6'7", Nightmares of the Bottom.
Duh.
She Will.
Duh. She Will's alright.
She Will. How to Hate with T-Pain.
Duh.
That joke was.
That's a good song.
That's a good song.
Just keep going.
This nigga's an asshole. Then he got John with Rick Ross. Abortion, So Special, How to Love, President Carter. is good, and then just the outro
President
with
Carter?
Bun B.
President Carter's not good. You're thinking about Mr. Carter.
No, it's right there, bro. President Carter.
Oh no, I'm saying the one that's good is the one off of Carter.
See, my thing is what I had. We actually went through and played the records last night. Niggas went on the live. Niggas just played them and went back to back. So okay, let's go into the albums then. So what was the best Wayne album?
Carter 2.
Dave.
Best Wayne album.
Matter of fact, rank your top 3 Wayne
albums. Yeah, put them in order.
I mean, I would go Carter 2, Carter 3, and then 1 probably.
Okay, Dave.
Probably Dedication.
Oh, we're talking about albums. Okay, all right. Yeah. Go into the mixtape. That's
probably it's probably just Carter 1, 2, and 3.
In that order.
Tone. Somebody else. Mine would be Carter 1. It's the same as Dave actually.
1, 2, 3. Mine's 3, 1, 2.
I'm 2, 3.
Oh, you talking about?
Oh no, I'm sorry. 3, 3. No, I'm probably 3, 2, 1.
2, 3, 1.
3, 2, 1. For me.
I'm 2. Okay.
The most influential one was the one with Amelia and all that on it.
It's 3. That's 3.
3.
Oh, Gilly.
3 is fucking.
Tone, go ahead.
I thought Gilly was 2.
Who Amelia? No.
Amelia was 3.
Miss
Officer was on there.
3, 2, 1.
Misunderstood was on there.
3, 2, 1.
The joint with who was that?
Kim,
Mr. Carter.
Mr. Carter. Fucking the one with was it Kim on there? That not like what is it? Not nothing like fire. Nothing like.
Remember that Playing with Fire?
Oh yeah.
Playing. Oh, that's back. That's back when we had the lighter flick Wayne. Every motherfucker was different. But and so just so we clear, we the only time he dissed him in that was I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Is it?
That's what people are talking about.
Is it just that line? Or
it was a little more than that. It was a little more than that from what I remember.
But we can't hear you in the mic.
Oh,
yeah, we can't at all. But
it was a little more than that. I just got to go back and listen.
Oh no, he did because he said, but whatever though. And then he went to Snoop and said, "Hope that was the edibles." And then he said Nas was the only one that actually reached out to him and congratulated him. That was kind of like the run of the bars. He didn't dive in. And before,
that was another diss at J. Cole's thing.
Well, I mean the let Nas down thing. Well, like the flip on it was like kind of a like intentional diss because of J. Cole had to let Nas down thing, so he kind of flipped it into the my hard work let Lil Wayne down, and then bigged up Nas at the end and said, yeah, it was an intentional thing that you could tell.
I was even thinking about it over the one mic beat. I said, how Cole feel?
Oh, I ain't think about that.
Yeah, that record right there was good though. The one over the one mic drum was cold.
I think all of them are trying to strip themselves away from letting the public dictate.
Classic.
From letting the public dictate how they gonna.
Man, I jumped on camera, man. This
scary ass nigga.
My bad.
Hey, Dave, make sure you're talking in the mic too. They said they can't hear you.
Damn.
Okay. But yeah, nonetheless, I guess where would we like to go to?
Well, can I insert this skit real quick because this shit was hilarious to me.
Okay.
Bro, this nigga K-Dot is fucking tripping, bro. We've been at this shit every day for the past week, and he won't let me go. Mustard! Niggas acting bad, but somebody got to do it. Got my foot up on the gas. Somebody got to do it. Kendrick, you're playing with Kendrick. That's not good enough. You got to make sure you say that with enough feature. Twitter playing with you, Kendrick. You know Twitter playing with you. Don't tell me they playing with me. What they playing with me for? And you know what? I felt like they wouldn't feel I hit that one more time. You want to hit that one more time? I should hit that one more time. They playing with my body. I told you to put my body. I'll box in there, feel my body. You can't box me. You got to show what you do. You got to hit that one more. Hey, I got to hit that one more. Hey, they got to feel the hate. They got to feel the hate. They got to feel the hate. Niggas acting bad. Somebody got to do it. Got to feel when it dies. Somebody got to do it. This nigga just had a full-blown conversation with himself, bro. He moving in the right spots and everything. You telling this nigga not crazy? I've been here for 3 weeks, bro.
Crazy. I don't know.
That's what's crazy. Oh! Hey. I need you to play back. Play back. I said play back when I was over there. Yeah, I got you.
We gonna say right.
This nigga.
All right, drop the album.
What? It's 9 a.m. Kendrick.
Drop it.
Niggas don't drop albums at 9 a.m.
I do. Drop it.
We ain't promo it.
Oh yeah. Put that one video out.
Okay.
One that was shot.
Drop the album next week.
No, 5 minutes later.
What?
Bro, this nigga K Dot.
Yeah. I thought that joke was funny, man.
It was more like the album. Mid. Mid.
But yeah, nobody. He didn't. I like surprise albums.
No, that was fire.
I do like. I feel like, especially in today's like society with internet, I feel like sometimes a promo run can backfire, and you get people too hyped. It's too much they go into it, and then like it's easily like to be disappointed in music versus like you're just damn. I wonder when, and then it dropped. The excitement level, I think it makes your ears like the music a little more.
I agree 100%. I think that's probably the smartest tactic to use moving forward because like the anticipation, everything, shit barely meets expectation when you have such a run. Nigga go on there and do the freestyles on what you call it, then you know what I mean? And you be swearing, oh, this joke finna drop, and then they come out and it's hard for you to, you know what I mean? I would say everybody stop doing that shit because you're gonna let us down. And we have a culture that loves to hate.
Yeah, we don't even really know how these like Super Bowl performances and all that stuff.
You can't really hear Dave's mic.
I can't hear me.
Y'all can't hear me?
I got it up loud as you can go.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't really know like how these performances are, like whether they're campaign for it or is it like the NFL's offering certain people like calling.
Oh, you talking about the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? It seems like this Super Bowl performance is something that's prepped on for like an extended amount of time. You know what I mean? Like
recently, it seems like kind of who's like big in the culture and or is like having like the strongest hottest year. Yeah, like the Beyonce's, you had the Rihanna's, you had who was last year? I can't remember who it was last year. You had Dr. Dre. Oh yeah, Usher. Yeah, Usher came. He was coming off the residency.
That's what I'm saying. They always have something going that kind of leads up to it. It's not like I would be curious to see if Wayne was even interested in trying to do the Super Bowl.
Oh, he definitely was. The way he was, it really hurt him not to get it. Yeah, he talked about it, but you know, it hurt him not to get it. And then it's in his hometown too. So that was.
I think that's the main reason why.
Yeah, that's the.
It would have been an epic thing.
The Super Bowl's been in New Orleans before though. It's not the first time. So like,
and it's only one time in Super Bowl history the hometown person was performed. And that was Dr. Dre.
Snoop.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Hey.
No, I dig it. Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed the album. I thought that the fallout from it has been fun. Like I said, on second, third, fourth listen, hearing like all these like little funny little lines, like the fuck apologies. I want to see y'all geeked up. Like I forget what he said right after that, where I think it was something about he flipped the whole J. Cole got blood on me line. It was say something about like how blood spilling is really just paint for me, or something about painting with the blood that I thought was like interesting that went over my head on the first few listens that I was like, oh shit, this nigga Kendrick is such a masterful, clever writer. Where I also would say what I thought he did good on this album was he didn't entendre you to death. Even he said that at the beginning of it. It was really like straightforward and digestible, but still with that, because he's such a good writer, you'll go back and listen to so much and be like, damn, I ain't really catch that. I ain't really catch that one either. Yeah. And I thought that was one of the good parts about it. I love him embracing his Joker. And to me, that's what he is right now. He's the rap Joker, where he done ran the marathon. He's doing his victory lap. And telling niggas, hey, I did it, and I do it again. I love it.
What is it? Maso Menos?
Maso Menos. I see.
Maso Menos. Since he got the Spanish on the joint. Maso Menos.
On which part?
Shorty on like 30 records.
You said Maso Menos to which part?
The record. I mean the album.
Oh, you talking about the album?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do they think in the comments, Tone?
Let's see. Turn on like that. Lil Wayne is good. Kendrick is an afterthought for Wayne, who is not, and now is a famous afterthought. Let me see.
He said Lil Wayne, Kendrick's an afterthought for Wayne.
Yeah,
that don't make no sense.
Wayne is too burnt out to be performing on the stage like the Super Bowl.
Big facts.
I could believe that. It's just the fact that, bro, Wayne still was Wayne. I can't, y'all niggas.
No, he was
shitting on my nigga, bro.
That nigga also ain't been Wayne for about like 10 years.
He ain't been Wayne for a long time.
Yeah, I was about to say, ain't nobody mentioned none of the early albums.
The Wizards was not Michael Jordan at the Bulls.
I wasn't like no Wayne fan. And
that nigga is like, if you went back and never mind, let me not drag.
I want to make sure like real Wayne fans, like people who real Wayne fans always say like his early albums, like before the Carters. Like I didn't listen. I didn't really listen. I wasn't listening during that time.
The Block is Hot, all them squad.
We're not putting those in comparison.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm not gonna be biased either because I haven't listened to nearly as much Wayne as I've listened to Kendrick. Like I've heard pretty much all of Kendrick's projects. So I know like the content base he's on and everything he's talking about now, he hasn't strayed from anything. He's just that's why I like it because he's more creative with the flows and stuff he's trying to do now. It's like he's digging more into it and gave us an album with that type of content on it. But the stuff he's saying, he's been doing that.
Yeah.
Like he's been going
Cole
crazy.
need to drop that bitch this Friday.
Yeah,
so
I want
just go ahead and drop it because he's going to Cole. He need to drop that.
Drop the mixtape. In an audio book.
No, you talking about just that.
He's dropping. He got a series about to drop. Don't he got a series?
It's already out.
Oh yeah, I ain't seen it yet.
I think one of the funnier takes. I can't remember who tweeted this, but they said Drake dropped 48 gigs. Cole dropped the reminiscent, whatchamacallit. They said, damn, this nigga Kendrick got these niggas reminiscing on how good their career used to be. And I thought that was hilarious.
Crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Them niggas going back into the archives to feel good again. I thought that was funny. I ain't saying I agree or disagree, but I thought that was a funny ass take.
I told y'all I could rap.
That's how I be feeling.
You should do this too.
I think the project hard, but it won't be appreciated fully because it's so West Coast heavy or so West heavy.
It's West heavy.
Yeah,
but that don't mean it's not like.
I think it gotta be
unbiased though.
The West is a universal influence now.
Yeah,
it's not.
And I think like dance wise, like it's just gonna go up everywhere. Yeah. Just in general, same way like Not Like Us went up everywhere for a long ass time. You seen the kids to the old folk enjoying the vibe. That Bay Area feel is.
I like West Coast music.
Yeah, but the Bay Area like bop. It
depends. I like
dance.
Nipsey. I like Nipsey. Victory Lap was cold, but like this just didn't. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just didn't.
You don't like fun though. It's all right, bro.
Rail is right.
No fun. Rail.
Rail is right. MDL is sonically and lyrically better than GNX.
Who was that, bro? Who said that?
That's Ron the One.
Shout out to Ron the One. He know what he talking about, bro.
MDL.
But Ron didn't really like the album like that. We already.
I gave it a pure 6, but I did not like it.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Let's see. Gloria, Reincarnated, Man in the Garden are way better rap records than anything on MDL and Whacked Out Murals.
Oh yeah, Whacked Out Murals is my favorite record of the year right now. I ain't gonna lie. The slow walk on it. The Andrew Schultz diss.
Yeah, notice I didn't jump out there and just say like, "Oh, this is the goated album of the."
No, it's the worst one that he's put out, man.
I think
is it not the worst one?
I think it's something great we can live
out
with.
Of his projects.
Yes. I know y'all gonna say Mr. Morale. Let's not use Mr. Morale.
Yeah,
let's take that out of it. What's the y'all? Because because I'm talking about no. What's his worst album? Because y'all gonna say Mr. Morale easy. But where does this land?
So is it his second worst album?
So this is his second worst album. Is this his second worst album to you too?
Bro, he ain't had no work. He ain't have.
But you're still saying that it's the fucking worst album.
I didn't say that. I'm answering I'm trying to figure out what I'm answering.
I'll give you my worst. To me, probably Damn is the one I don't revisit the most. I probably go with that one. I think my favorite is Section 80.
You said you think that this is better than Damn?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to put it.
No.
It's hard to.
Hell no.
I'm just trying to give my take.
Go ahead, give me your take. All right, my bad.
But yeah, to me, Damn, it's too commercially. Like this is more of a vibe where I'm enjoy it and it's a vibe. Like I didn't like the records like Loyalty and Love with Zakari, and like it's a bunch of records on there. Humble, I don't like that. It's too much of it. Like it's a bunch of records on Damn that I'm really not that fond of. Where with this one, this has way more records that I'm gonna go back and play for sure. Yeah, I probably put Damn.
To Pimp a Butterfly, his hardest album.
But he want the opposite. He want to say he's asking what's the worst.
Oh, the worst.
Yeah, because I'm
he just ain't got
Mr. Morale.
He's not a,
Mr. Morale in the
he's got
mid-steppers.
something to give you from every album. I really don't feel like he's got something I could say is
something's got to be the worst, man.
We told you what it was.
I'm talking to Dave, bro.
He believe it too. That nigga trying to
Which
bully
one is
somebody
the
to say
worst?
this one.
No, I'm just trying to say answer the question.
Bad,
I'm not trying to. I'm just saying to answer the question, bro. Which one is the worst?
Say it's this. Ron Dwan, tell Burrell that this is the worst one. So
No, hold on. What did you say? You didn't even say which one
Well,
was
I
the
thought
worst.
it was Mr. Mid, and then I was trying to go back and like in my head, I'm listening to him all. Damn, I think this is what he wanted to do with Damn. I think he tried like too hard. I do like Damn, like so. I'm not saying it's a bad album or anything, but I do like this better
than Damn.
And like Section 80, A Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, those are like up here
For sure.
Like none of like we ain't even arguing that, but it's between this Damn and Mr. Morale. I mean, this
now,
was
do
the
y'all
best one out of those
do y'all
three.
judge off of like songs that stand out on albums or your personal preference or a full project?
You keep touching the mic.
There you go.
Or a full project that you get from start to finish is like if you got to read a book all the way through, or if you got.
I think it's a mix of both.
Mm-hmm.
So full
and
project
like so
all the
to
way
me,
through.
like To Pimp a Butterfly, I don't go back to that at all. But I'll be remiss to act like that wasn't like literary, like possibly his best offering, sonically, possibly his best offering. Like it's a really, really great conceptual album. And so, like, to me, I wouldn't knock that off his top three. If you ask me, like, which one I'm listening to the least, it probably would be To Pimp a Butterfly. Okay. But at the same time, I wouldn't put that at the bottom because there's so much to appreciate from it. And to me, that's like, as I rank his well, it's biased anyway because it's my subjective opinion. You're asking which one we put at the bottom. But my appreciation for what he did on it, it still puts it above Damn. And to me, it'd be like how we're like, reason why we're actually playing whatchamacallit.
Riz say, I love Q's new Damn take because he thought it was the best when it dropped, and I told him that was a crazy take that would age bad.
Oh yeah, probably. I don't know if I thought it was the best. I thought it was cool when it dropped.
Damn was on when it came out.
It had a couple songs, but it did like it just
it did.
I can remember what I was doing when Damn came out.
It was better than this, bro.
Just give it a couple weeks, bro.
Ron DeWan said, "Nah, Mr. Morale is definitely worse than this."
Damn. I fucked with Mr. Morale, bro. Yeah, he just switched sides, so that's fucked up.
That nigga Johnny still call it Mr. Mid.
No, I did say that, but
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Just for Kendrick and the artist that he's showing that he's tried to be this whole time, I feel like this is good for him. Like this is a good Kendrick album, but overall, it's probably gonna be some better shit. It's albums personally in mine that I feel like is better than this. But if you're talking about him and his discography, this is just something he got to add to what he's been doing. I don't think he has a better or worse. It's just this is Kendrick content. Like,
and I also think this is just like the year the boy having. I think this is just a ribbon.
Right.
Which is fire.
I think he just
like,
tied
he can
it
do
up.
what he
So
want
like
now. Like he can put something like this out.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
not trying to do no Pimp a Butterfly, do that. He's just like, bro, I'm that nigga.
It's the victory lap.
Like,
right. And to me, what's even more fire about this is that I think that this is probably the last little box that I could think of that he didn't really check yet, which was I'm going to make a album full of quote unquote slaps. And like and it's culturally relevant to the people. And that was the thing that most of the, like, whether it was the Drake fans or whoever, they was critiquing on him of like, well, you only made Not Like Us, but that's the only album or only song that's playable from your discography. Right. Where now he has a bunch of fun records that's gonna get played a bunch. And I think that was like an intentional box to check. We're like, fuck it, I'm about to quote unquote let my hair down and have some fun. Yeah. I thought that it was fire. It seemed like that was the intention behind it.
It ain't so.
Yeah. Now, real feel
He
away.
ain't gonna replay it.
Since when keeping it a buck hating?
Hey,
Who said that?
Oh, somebody said somebody was hating.
Not talking about who, keeping it a buck, but they hating. I think he's talking about real.
what? I'm hating?
No, they say you keeping it real.
Oh yeah.
Well, who said he was
You
hating?
They
ready-
saying
was
since
ready
when
for
is
some
keeping it a
smoke,
buck?
Hey, I don't know. I
Hating.
think you got me amped up earlier with your bullshit. So I'm amped.
Yeah,
I want
no.
some smoke.
What the fuck I do?
Told y'all this was a mixtape. The real album will be something that connects nationally.
Yeah, I think
Possibly.
that's probably.
But I'm waiting to
closer
see the
truth, in my
the
opinion.
sales
I
of
agree
this
with
one.
that.
Oh, that would be fire if this
That
is
this
just a
is a
mixtape.
mixtape.
Yeah.
No, that would be hard.
It would be, but I think this
It
would
would
probably
make
be
sense.
the highest selling album this year still.
Yeah, bro did like 100.
That's that, but that's not like because it's so great. It's because of where it's coming off of. Everybody's gonna listen to it because of where it's coming off of. So that it's not
The
that
way
it's
streams
just so
work,
great.
you gotta keep listening to run up the numbers.
And that's I don't know if I can do that, bro, because Kendrick always is anticipated. Like if people are even whispering that he might drop something,
Mhm.
people have always
Well,
anticipated.
Yeah, but this is going to be a
I think
different
the
level of
big three is kinda-
anticipation.
I
though.
think he got more streams the second
For-
day also, which is a
Yeah.
telltale sign that like that means people are going back and listening again, and new people are listening. If the streaming numbers go up that second day versus if they just fall
All right,
off.
we'll
Hey, shout out to the
revisit
homie
this
A
later.
Black. Get on real ass about this take that he has.
Oh
said
yeah, he was
yeah.
supposed to call it.
Well,
Where you seen A Black at?
He right
just-
there.
Oh, I can't see it. It's all the way down there. What did he say?
Oh,
No, he just
"Hey,
said
yo."
he just said Ayo.
What up?
Yeah,
what
nah,
up?
go back and watch live. Real had appreciation
What up,
for it.
A Black?
Yeah, when I was on the oil, it was much better than it is. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's bumping. Nah,
It's
I can
when you
imagine.
went on the
Real
oil, you
trying
gonna have fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You gonna bop, but
yeah,
then once you ain't on the oil no
Real
more,
trying to he trying to balance out the Paul George take. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
Keep getting it off.
Paul George.
bruh, the shit's mid.
Hey, go
bruh.
to go to Johnny Solo shot again.
Kendrick slapping.
Y'all see Paul George back there? He
Man,
right
chill
beside he
out,
right
man.
beside
Hey,
that.
man, chill out, bro. Don't go through my man like that, bro. Don't do my man like that.
All right, now, if you see anything else that's interesting from the comments, I say click it. If not, I guess we could probably
Oh,
get a little
I was
mean.
with this the one I was cold as a puncher. He just ain't got the heart to let it fly. I'm so disappointed in that bull.
Yeah, bro.
I feel it.
I'm not
I
disappointed
feel it.
in him, bro.
I think they all tired of battling each other, bro. They
Nah,
tried to tell us to stop.
Kendrick and Drake. Well, yeah, Kendrick and Drake. Neither one of them tired. Drake just dropped No Face, which got mad disses to the whole thing. Kendrick just now said, "Hey, I do that shit again." That's what
Right.
that whole first song was.
I
He
think
said,
they're trying to tell us to stop. They trying to
Kendrick
tell us to
clearly
leave
did not
him
say
alone.
that.
Kendrick said he wouldn't stop. He
Hey,
said
hold on.
he ain't no beef and he want more blood. He
"He
specifically
said I will
said
go
he
to
wanted more
hell
blood.
before I call it truce."
Yeah,
Those
bro.
are his exact words.
You think Drake
but-
gonna try it again?
But that nigga
Drake
did-
made
Nah,
a whole.
Drake not going.
You got to think about it, and
You
this is
need
what
to
I think
chill, bro.
sometimes people don't be realizing.
Drake ain't gonna do that.
Think
Nah,
really,
hey, bro,
you think
we
he
want
gonna
to see
really
you
try it
get
again?
But
Shit's
again, like you
unnecessary.
got to think about this. After the Pusha T beef, he
Pusha
spent
T?
a whole first half of the album. What was that first album? Those were all.
Oh, for the dogs or whatever.
No, it was the one.
Oh.
It was the double disc. Whatever the double
Scorpion or was it?
was that maybe it was Scorpion. That's what it was. The whole first disc was Kanye and Pusha T disses.
Oh yeah, because then he switched it up on the second.
Yes,
okay,
that's
okay.
but then his
Okay.
feature run after that was Kanye disses, like the whole Travis.
Bro, he better leave that.
What you
nigga
gonna call
alone.
it?
Gotta leave that nigga alone, bro.
Right now,
fuck
Drake
alone,
don't
bro.
need
again,
that.
right now, Drake has not stopped either
Mm-mm.
throwing shots at Kendrick, trying to name his songs like Circadian Rhythm. Only nigga you ever heard saying a rap Circadian Rhythm was
What are they
Kendrick.
trying to
Uh,
do?
Let him
But then,
alone.
like the nigga mad at like the niggas that took sides. He ain't friends with LeBron no more. He said he gonna rip the Rosen.
Yeah,
They ain't got the
wild.
What do they want? To
Hey, you see how they was looking at DeRozan
Yeah,
in
he
the
was
game?
mean mugging.
Hey, DeRozan
Yeah.
will put that nigga to sleep,
He
bro.
whooped both of them boys.
Put that man to
Yeah,
sleep.
he done whooped both of them boys.
Look,
I
easy
don't even know
nap
what the
time.
argument is about no more.
I just don't think they like each other now.
Riz said at this point, I'm calling Kendrick evil Nas. We never seen the conscious nigga choose violence this consistently in our culture.
Nah.
Evil Nas.
No, I like that actually. I feel like he probably is evil now.
Better let that nigga alone.
With a, with,
bro.
a, with a little bit better beat selection.
Like,
Let
what
that
if
nigga
Drake tried
alone, bro.
again?
Let that nigga alone, bro.
Damn. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I hope he don't.
I hope he do. Fuck it.
Hey, the thing is, it's entertainment. I love
what's
it. You're
left
right.
to prove
You're right.
anyway. Like, just go for it.
That should be so much like another round, bro. Hey,
Entertainment.
you know how lit the summer was? Imagine they do it for the holidays.
Hey, drop that bitch on Christmas.
Yeah. And this is a gift for you.
Fire.
I ain't mad at it.
People comparing Kenny to Tyson in his prime. Nah, he more like Shakur Stevenson. Shakur undefeated, but need I say more?
No, Kendrick is not secure.
Yeah, no, he didn't dodge any phase.
Like that's rough.
That's a rough one right there.
yeah, like secure fire, but damn, we talking about Kendrick.
Yeah, and I was about to say the thing about Kendrick is that he's challenged everybody from like what was the first one? Control.
Control.
He shot the shots at whoever was at the top at the moment as well within his peer class, from the Wale's, the Kendricks, not for me, the Big Sean.
Big Sean.
Big Sean said a little thing one time on one record, and he called him a bitch for a whole record. Like Kendrick has kept telling y'all, "Hey, I'm just waiting for one nigga to jump." And then the one nigga jumped, and he was like, and just kept bringing that belt out.
Nah, Kendrick.
That man said he choked the goat.
Oh yeah, he did say that part.
Goat.
He said strangled. Actually,
He strangled him.
I just strangled the goat. I say,
yeah, you gotta let him alone. I don't think that's Drake. That's not necessary. You ain't got nothing to prove, bro. It's
and that's what I'm saying. Like
bro.
this is Joker sitting on that pile of money when he torched it. I just want to see the world burn, and that's what it seemed like. Kendrick.
Hey, that was a crazy scene in that movie, bro.
Yeah,
that Joker right there was the best Joker ever, bro.
Yeah,
that nigga was Shell when he was walking away from the hospital when it was on when he blew it up. Bro, that was crazy, bro.
Nah, I agree. Yeah, fellas, is that kind of like
Johnny ass?
Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, you said you about to whoop Johnny ass? Y'all fighting or is this rock paper?
Rock paper scissors, bro.
Who will win in the fade? Friendly fade.
Hey, this
friendly fade.
He love to try to
friendly fade. We can keep it that way.
Hey, bro, in my weight class, you gonna get hit with something, bro. my weight class.
I'm pushing peace, bro. I'm pushing peace, bro.
Keep it that way.
Get your ass up out of here.
This is true.
I'm back.
Listen, it was lucky because you caught me off guard. Caught me off guard. I ain't have a chance to process.
Hey, before you get into that, so chat again, we're gonna go into a couple memes really quickly, break the ice. But we do have a topic today. Has Kendrick and the culture shifted? Well, we will be revisiting this same topic. Stick around. Make sure y'all tap in. Johnny, what's the order? What we going, my boy?
I'm gonna make Rail go first.
Uh-oh.
You gonna make me go first?
Q, you can go second, and then I'm gonna.
What about phone there?
Yeah,
I'll go last.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose to.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Start with Rail.
We'll get told.
Hey, I know the politics, all that shit's over, right? But give me the one that say caught me off guard on it. Go up. Right there.
Over here, sir. This way.
Detail, like a CIA detail.
I couldn't put it all together quick enough.
What are you gonna do if once you get elected?
Everyone gets tax cuts. Nobody finally has extra time for naps.
Y'all missed it.
Y'all heard it.
Thank you.
Over here, sir. This way.
That was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, it was a good impression for sure.
It definitely was. Let me see. We're gonna go from here. Let me get what is that? Donnell Rawlings. What did it say? You really got to push the limits to get. Yeah, that one right there.
But we only ask them to come up for the show for 3 times every year, but they can come as many times as they want to. A lot of men come every Saturday. But I know if I ask a brother to come 5, 6, 7, 8 times, I'm gonna lose.
God.
But we only ask them to come up to the show for 3 times every year, but they can come as many times as they want to. A lot of men come every Saturday. But I know if I ask a brother to come 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
No, that is actually wild.
Jesus.
That's a wild one. I also have to say, Rail.
Yeah.
All black people don't look the same.
Why would you say that to me?
Because that was not Donnell Rawlings.
Oh, I thought it said Donnell Rawlings. I don't even know.
I was confused.
But you want to know what's the truth?
With it.
But you want to know what's the truth? When you said the name, I clicked on it because his head looked like
the
Donnell
bald
Rawlings.
head, yeah,
You knew exactly who he was talking about.
Where you from? No,
The man just called you a tether, bro.
Oh yeah,
that's what the FBA say anytime you say something like that.
Hey, scroll up. I ain't had this one in there, but since that last one was pretty funny. Go up to Charles Barkley.
Oh, I already know what Charles. Charles wild.
Hey, Shaq be having me in tears. Well, used to. It's right there.
There it is. Now they're gonna be on ESPN next year.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they moving to ESPN.
That's what's up, bro.
Same crew, everything.
Same crew. You got to, bro.
That's good to hear. Hey, I put that stuff they put in horses. I had them stick it in me a couple times.
Fuck.
Hey, probably didn't need to go that far. So that's called VMSO. Yeah, I know. When they both play well, the Lakers gonna be tough to beat. But that's the one thing you got to worry about, man. Them young boys coming.
They are down 3 games to 2. They send the series back to Los Angeles for Game 6 on Friday. That'll be a dandy to watch.
I'm kind of juggling two balls right here. Because on one hand, I'm really
what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm really proud of what the Grizzlies did. I mean, that made me proud to be a basketball player. Like, hey, let's just go and compete and see what happens. Then you got the Lakers, who just want. He's a hell of a tight end. He never got a tight end like me.
Hey, stop it.
I did play football one day, America.
Yeah.
And I realized they were actually hitting us. What's Shaq?
Hey, that'd be hilarious. All right, I'm gonna go to something a little more serious. Go to my the dude. It says mom versus dad. Down. Right there. And then
mom love and dad love. You need a balance of both. There's nothing more powerful than a mother's love. She loves unconditionally. But the problem with that is it's unrealistic. Mom loves you so much, she'll lie to you. She'll make you think you can be anything you want in the world. We got a lot of that going on right now. That's why you need a dad. Dads love conditionally. You do good, you get loved more. You do bad, you get loved less. The way the world will love you. Mom will lie to you. No matter what you do, she'll be there. You ever see those serial killer documentaries? They always interviewing mom. Where's dad? He's gone. He's gone. He wants nothing to do with that kid. He's like, that one's broken. It's over. Mom love and dad love.
All right, then lastly, give me the I don't know if y'all seen this older
Real said I'm running them all back.
Yeah.
He running 7 of them.
How long was that?
And then he ain't even giving us a chance to talk about it. Yeah.
You see, I'm rapid firing these.
All right, go ahead.
This is the last one right here. The older that lady right there. Have y'all ever seen her before?
If we want a man, we give the man what he wants. That's the bottom line. Get mad if you want to. But the cheat code is, ladies, that's how you get what you want. All right. We also talked about the competition. Kevin Samuels said other women will take our men. And there was a woman in here who said that, our men are not worth dating down for. What you consider garbage, I think our men are amazing. I'm inspired by them every day. We have amazing men in our community, but they're not loud and kicking down the door and saying all eyes on me like the women are. So again, your ego, your pride is telling you, if I don't see it, it must not exist. The truth is, if you don't see it, it's because it's already seen you. All right. Gillis says very profound lesson.
You can stop it there.
There are requirements.
She just fired off something Shell just now.
She said, if you ain't seeing it, that means it's seeing you. That confused me.
It already seen you. The reason why you don't see it is because it already seen you. So pretty much the idea is that he's seen you and bailed already. So he ain't interested.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what I got from it. Y'all getting
what? So you mean? Yeah, never mind.
I was kind of
okay. All right. Well, I'll rest my time. Anybody got?
I'm gonna say that though.
No, it is a good, like, nice little one liner. Yeah, I don't know. It ain't really seem like. Yeah, I don't know. It was hard to kind of for me to personally take something specifically from there. Yeah, I don't know. I like the other one a little bit better. The dad love, mom love.
Oh yeah.
One. I thought that was good. I think that's probably fairly true too. But I think it's just a difference between. Well, yeah, just male expression and female expression inside that specific way. Who's next, Johnny?
Oh, you.
Oh, I'm up. Matter of fact, let's go to Keith's Shout out to the Lone Ranger, Mr. I Am Him 88, Mr.
There you go, right there.
All right. Yeah. That one right there. Yeah. You gotta make sure the folks can see it. Oh, there you go.
Salute to this man right here. Clearly, he's a father, and he's watching from afar. This is the definition of when a father says, "I was there," or "I wasn't allowed to be there," but he's here. He's been standing up here at this fence watching this game. We at halftime now. I tell you, and when the game get intense, he from there to this tree, throwing his hands up. But he here. Salute to you, sir.
I probably have like a way different take on that. But I don't know if y'all want to go first.
Yeah,
anybody want to go?
Yeah, go ahead. You. I'm interested now.
Interested.
Oh yeah. I think that was like a total mischaracterization
of what was happening.
Yeah. What she said was happening wasn't happening just then.
What you think? He on a restraining order?
No, I think that might be closer to what she was kind of like referencing. That's a guy that knows. All right, so I'll put it like this. I've been inside the sports realm enough to know maybe that is a guy with a restraining order, but if I was looking at that and what I know, that's the guy that if I'm too close, I'm wild the fuck up.
Oh,
and you see that all the time.
He can't be in the stands.
Yeah. But like this is like if AAU ball. Sometimes, like truthfully, at times, depending on, I have to make sure I remove myself and look from afar. Whether like you over talking, you're gonna say something that's gonna piss a parent off or something like that, or like same way I don't sit by parents when I'm in the stands. I don't do any of that. Like I try and be, and I also try and be out of the eyesight of my son as much as I can as well. And where, if not, like I done seen fathers have to go outside during practice and smoke that black and mild because they stressed
at practice.
Yeah.
God dang.
Yeah. Like youth sports is so competitive and like, it's like the parent part of it right there. Like he likely was a dad that if I get too close, I'm either about to be yelling something at my son or yelling at something at that coach, or I'm yelling something at a parent. That's what I see that
fire. I couldn't only imagine like having, if my pops was like actually active like that, going to the games and shit. That would have been fire, bro.
Nah, it's okay.
Nah, I would have loved it, bro, for him to be like invested, because he came to one game one time, and when we was at Barry, he came to one game. I never forget it. You know what I mean? I never forget that he came to one game, and it was like, bro, that was dope. But it would have been dope to actually like him to really like give a fuck. You know what I mean? To actually want to be a part of the things. That shit would have been. It would have made me really stick to something.
Well, no, it do help. It because like my dad was like that guy. So I like he
was turned the fuck up,
bro. I missed one tackle one time.
Okay, so you understand what I'm saying now.
I whiffed on one tackle. We was up 20. Who cares? This woman came and grabbed me,
turned the fuck up. Oh no, you see that a lot.
And then from then on, he had a.
That's why I said like.
See,
I always go back to this that when people say men aren't emotional, they just haven't seen men in sports. They ain't been dads.
That is facts.
Like those are the most emotional niggas I done ever seen, boy.
Even playing sports, you see, like,
and I don't feel victim to it too. Like, it's just is what it is.
I think I'm gonna turn up, bro.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, especially
I know
like,
I'm gonna turn up.
If you was a competitive person, like, and then it's your son now doing it, you're living vicariously through you, and you have no control. So the emotions are naturally gonna come out in other ways, because you can't just like, if you give a fuck, you can't just watch, and like not sense. Have no reaction.
Goddamn heartbeat beating.
I start sweating, your hands get sweaty. You be like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk shit to old head on next episode about that.
We just started something.
I got some smoke for his ass.
All right, that's who you talking to? Coming soon. I got smoke for my dad. I think that's what he said. Could you go to mine real quick? We can get into some fun ones. Maybe I'll save the Elon one for a little later. Could you go to Could you go to the first one? I think that this is interesting. Again, everybody that's here, we will be shifting back to Kendrick in a little bit, but right now we having a little fun. We're gonna have some conversation. Yeah, click that for it. Could you pause it right there? All right, this is the maximum amount that you should put towards your monthly housing costs without spending more than, that says 30% of your gross income. These are the recommendations for how much you make and what you should be paying, whether it's mortgage or rent. What do y'all think? Agree, disagree?
It's supposed to be 30%, right? Of your
probably, yeah.
You ain't living in Charlotte paying $750 a band. 12. You might be able to say you
can find
say
something
somewhere
for that 12
for that
15.
$12.50.
At 15, you'll get something.
Yeah.
I
mean, like shit. Truthfully, most adults,
most
adults. Well, I can't say most adults. A lot of adults. This is why they're taking the roommate route.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, I did the roommate route until I got a house. To be honest, like
Crazy.
It helped me out tremendously.
That's the thing. One thing that I didn't get when you were doing it. In hindsight, like it was like he murdered that shit. It make all the sense in the world. I wish I would have been thinking like that. I had that 4-bedroom house fucking to myself. I'm sitting in that motherfucker just sleeping in there by myself for a couple years.
You could have saved.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah,
I could have been like
somebody else
murdering the game.
All you had to do was like have 2 roommates, and they'd have paid
all of it,
the mortgage plus some.
You'd have been living for free ski.
Yeah, no, I just didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about it. That was the crazy thing.
I understood that shit. Really,
so,
really.
Like
early.
that's another. I think that like
Could
a lot
I
of the
afford
things.
my own apartment, yes, but
do I want to?
Do I care enough? And then if you're in your 20s, it is like you can bring box back and have a roommate, and it's okay. It don't really matter.
And then people don't talk about if you got a cool roommate, it's like.
Oh no, and that's also true.
The biggest key,
and especially
like,
if you have the space too.
Cool roommate, and if y'all are like actually like. Because you don't want to just get no stranger off the street. And
put I wouldn't recommend that.
But like if you actually cool with your roommate, it could be like very beneficial. Like,
and like me
circles.
And me and my roommate. Again, shout out Keith. Like we kind of worked because we were isolationary in general, but like we were cool to kick it as well, if that makes sense. So like me and Keith could go a week without seeing each other, but then come kick it for a little bit. You know what I mean? And then it'd be nothing. And then, like neither one of us was digging in each other's snacks and nothing like that. And like it all just worked itself out perfectly to where like it was just its own good symbiotic relationship. And yeah, like I said, that shit made it allowed for me to go through the process of going from a broke college student to having a really good job to being able to save up for my down payment on my house. Yeah, like it just fiscally made sense.
A lot of the shit too, I be thinking about it like I see a lot of the time instead of being like, oh no, that is that's better than what I did, or we think about it like since we made a different choice that we have to just go against whatever is being said.
Oh yeah.
That's stupid as fuck. Like you can still pass that to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just because you fucked up and you didn't do it that way, it's admit that you fucked up and move on.
Well, it's not even fucked up. It's just
but I'm gonna use the word fuck up.
No.
There's always a different route.
It could in different scenarios is what I was thinking. Not necessarily about the home. And it's other examples that were playing in my head while I was saying that. But like a lot of these things that you can hear that you possibly didn't do that are better options and you've seen people bear better fruit from that decision. Pass that joint down. Don't sit here and act like you know what I mean? You still gonna stand on what you did, bro. It was okay. There's better fucking options.
Yeah, especially like the funnest thing to do in your 30s is to reflect on the dumb shit you did in your 20s. It's okay, man.
It's okay.
All right. We can go to the next one, Tone. Unless anybody else. Do y'all agree with the income take that they're giving?
I mean,
I don't think it's too far off, to be honest.
I think the math is 30%. So if it's under 30, then it's
and y'all agree with the 30% take.
Yeah, especially with me being like my wife not working. Yeah, I can't. You know what I mean? You got to stay on the porch with the finances. You can't go and just do some. You know what I mean? You got to make decisions based. Choose wisely, goddamn.
I dig it. Yeah, we can go to the next one. Go to y'all. Yeah, go to the gambling one.
They don't go to Conscious League.
Conscious League had a good one.
You said which one?
One in the middle. You can kind of go like
in the online gambling situation. Billions of dollars have been targeted
to our community,
specifically to the Black community.
Yep.
And it's worked. I know firsthand when I saw online gambling 5 years ago. Shout out to my man Larry. He won big, and it wasn't as big as it is now. Nowhere near as big as it is now. So I actually watched the growth happen over the course of time, and it was strategically done. They have Joe Budden podcast. They have Cam and Mace's podcast. Mm-hmm. They have Gillian Wallow's podcast. They have Shannon Sharp's podcast. I mean, you name it. They have Gilbert Arenas' podcast. So it's like, man, they have Drake as a brand ambassador. People don't even realize what's happening. So they just like, oh, Drake lost $350,000. He got probably $100 million contract
easily,
and it's worked.
Barstool.
I say that to say this gambling thing is a losing game. It ruins lives. That's a fact. Like, it ruins people's lives. It causes households to break up. It causes people to go into debt. It causes people to do irrational things. It's just like drinking alcohol. It's the same thing. Like, you drinking too much alcohol, if you ever know alcoholics, it doesn't end well. Alcohol thing doesn't end well for people. It's like drugs. And this gambling thing is not helpful. It's not. Even Jaywan has said it, like, that was insightful for him to say, like, yo, like, it can humble you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to lose. Majority of people that gamble is going to lose. It's targeted to Black people, and they made billions of dollars off of it. And at some point in time, you got to have an investigation on this. It's the same thing that happens every 50 years. Previously, it was the lottery. That was the thing that was targeted to Black. It was like, I see my grandmother spent probably hundreds of thousands of dollars. These are poor people that spending $10, $15 with the hope that they're going to hit $10, $15 million over the course of their lifetime. If they would have invested that money, they'd be millionaires.
Yeah.
In the online gambling situation.
Only thing that I would probably disagree with a little bit. I don't know if it's as like specific to Black people, but I think that like disenfranchised people definitely. But like the bigger white podcasts, they all kind of like push the gambling thing as well. But Johnny, I'll toss it to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's obvious that like I said, I don't think it's directly like as like he said, the lottery. I don't think they're as specific with this because it's such a new thing, but obviously something like this is gambling. It's an addiction. It's an addictive thing. Anytime America catches a cold, we catch the flu. So I mean, if they're pushing this harmful thing out here, they're not caring about the repercussions that it's gonna have for us. And if we don't care as a community about the repercussions and we just like embrace this thing like it's whatever, it's just whatever, of course it's gonna damage us. And of course, like I think it's a good conversation to have because I've always known about gambling. I've seen my brother, my uncles and stuff, and rolling dice and growing up. So I know how gambling can like really affect, even on small levels, how it can affect people. So seeing this,
did you put your parlay picks in?
No, I ain't.
Not this week.
Not this. I've been staying away from it for that reason. I know I got an addictive person.
Oh, so you don't do any sports gambling?
I did it when it first came out with the free money and stuff, and once I blew through that, I haven't really like. Done it again because I know like the way I am, I'd be that motherfucker if I'm not careful. So yeah, we just gotta be more like it's always gonna be something, whether it's this, whether it's the next thing. Us as a community, we have to work on ourselves so we're not susceptible to these things because the attack's gonna always change and come in a different way. It's always gonna be something else for us to get addicted to and something else to harm our community. So can't be mad at them. We don't need to investigate those companies. We need to be better as a community so when this next thing come around, it doesn't impact us.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And that's the same reason why I didn't download it. Like, when I was in the military, we had 2 casinos within like freaking 10 minutes.
With the reservations?
Yeah. So we had 2 within 10 minutes of where I lived at, and probably maybe same amount of time from the Army base. So like it was like the main thing in the town that I was in. And I went in there. At first I was on the slots. I had never played at the table, and then I played blackjack. Man, blackjack is fire, bro. Like I got, you know what I mean? It was something that I start going every week. But what I had to do was I left my wallet at the house, left my card at the house. Once I got the cash out, I would leave my card at the house so I can't go back. And you know what I mean? Because you'll hit that 8, and then they gonna tax tax you at the ATM.
They got Apple Pay.
ATM costs like $10.
Oh, strip club
to
prices.
use that motherfucker, and then you know what I mean. So, I had a homie one time. We had just got paid on that Friday, and they do us in the military. You can't go to the casino in your Army uniform. So, in order for you to go, you got to go home, change clothes, and then go. So, like, we got to the point to where bro was bringing his clothes to clothes, and we was just roll to my crib, change it, go right over there. And this nigga. We got paid that Friday, went in there. I was trying to tell him to go, bro. He couldn't pay nan bill after we walked out of there. Nothing.
But see, I've seen that done like just on the hanging with homies on Fridays playing tongue. I done seen the motherfucker get $400-$500 in his pocket on payday just because that's what we do. So I mean, like the gambling thing, it's gonna if that's part of our culture, that's what we do. That's something we need to change. The gambling thing is always going to be there.
Well, it fucked them up. Everybody was hitting at first. Niggas was winning left and right off of that $250 they was giving out. They was goddamn.
But that's micro and macro. Macro, them niggas probably fucked around and lost a lot.
Yes.
And that's again, I be like the buzz kill inside a lot of the circles. Again, I be around a lot of sports guys, basketball guys, and they get into their parlay talk. And like the sports gambling thing, like it's super, super prevalent right now. Especially like you said, they gave out the free money shit. We seen my dog Lone Ranger get converted live at the bachelor party. And for me, I just you remember that. But like to me, I'm just not a fan of like betting on sports in general, just because like that's almost like a purist morality type of thing. But then I'm also not a big fan of gambling in general.
You said the purist morality. What you mean? Like you think the sports is rigged and that's why you don't want to bet on it?
Well, no, but I think that the same reason why, what is his name? Donna, whatever his name is, they got kicked out the NBA, the ref. The more Donahue, yeah. The more you add it into it, it becomes its own variable. And eventually, like it's hard to like go away from it. Where, for example, like LeBron James, the end of that game, that one rebound, the fan said the thing, and he said, "Hey, I need that one rebound for my whatchamacallit." He went extra to make sure he got that one rebound, pointed at the kid. But that's like innocent, but that is like something that you can take that notion and expand it so far and be like,
already seen it with the Jonte Porter kid. Where he got kicked out because he was taking the unders.
He was taking the unders on himself.
Play.
Yes.
That's a diabolical scheme though. Like he needed to get kicked out because that's like so smart. And like he was probably killing it. Like cause he was doing
I think that it came out that he was killing it, and that was the problem. But yeah, like I think that those influences, it eventually seemed like like I'll probably want to do like its own topic, whether it's here unpacked or you know what I mean, wherever else, on just like this concept. But to me, this is something that I see a lot.
No, that's an interesting take because like I mean it's happened even like in like baseball, like Pete Rose, not in the Hall of Fame. He was the best baseball players
all
ever.
up for gambling.
And like not even games he was playing, like he was doing the shit on the side. It's even happened in basketball and college basketball. I forgot the team.
I know exactly
but they was throwing games.
Maybe it was SMU
or in football.
Well, that was football. That was football.
The same thing, but like in basketball, it maybe UNLV or something back in the day.
Yeah.
But they was throwing games.
No, there's a player. I can't remember his name. There's a player that came out and talked about where, and this was based off, and it's like I have a little bit of an issue in general with money in sports and in the grassroots and college level, but then like maybe if it's regulated properly, I think that it could be okay. But I'm not necessarily a fan of like the NIL. But I think the NIL is a little bit in place of what was the black market. And so like some of those kids, they were getting like exorbitant amounts from boosters, and these boosters was either like leveraging a lot on these kids, even on like the betting side of the things, to where like
that's what they
once you take a little bit of money from one of the boosters, and like they be like, hey, can you make sure that you get at least this? And like it becomes its own slippery slope. And there was a player that kind of like started talking about that, where whether it was, I think maybe he was like betting on the spread of the game. And as the point guard, he could control so much because of like he could turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Right.
Like and that was his own little thing where I'm just not a big fan.
I was gonna say, but like even back in like the 60s, like when it was the mob.
Oh yeah,
like they've threatened, like they've come up like fuck a booster,
and that was like 60s, 50s, 30s, 40s.
Like fuck a booster, they would come with like baseball bats and be like, bro, don't score more than 10. Like don't score more than 10, and like so like the boosters, like if somebody paid me money and asked me, I'm listen to you, but if you're threatening me not to score because you got money on the players when I'm playing, that's really scary.
Oh, okay. I think you're about to say I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the other thing anyway.
Well, no,
you stay. Okay.
Yeah. If you threaten me, I'm like, that's scary. Like, oh no. But so that's a great point about bringing this gambling into sports, is it could, affect the what's it called?
It could. It already was.
I thought somebody was gonna have an agreement for gambling. I'm surprised.
Oh no! This is crazy.
Johnny was.
I actually just was talking to the homies about creating my FanDuel last night. I downloaded the app last night. It's crazy we talking about this. Literally just downloaded the app last night.
You gotta delete it.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete it.
Stuff like gambling.
No, because I just want to gamble their money.
You talking about the house money? That's what Johnny.
Yeah, just give me that $250. I gamble y'all bread. See what I can come up with. Yeah, and then
wait till you find out how good you was with the 250.
Hey, that's how they do it. Yeah, hey, Tyron, shout Ty. He was telling me yesterday he had a homie who hit for 17.
That's good.
He hit for 17 and gave it all back.
You just don't know when to quit, bro.
Well, Unc said that he against roommates. Is that what I see up there?
What Unc talking about?
He said having a roommate is you not getting to know what it's like to have your own taking care of self. If one can't take care of self, how can you take care of others? Basically, you're self-made.
What do you mean? If I'm not taking care of my roommate,
yeah, I don't really understand that take. But I mean, listen,
that was a net.
I think sometimes like it's. I think sometimes like we will do things that might not be beneficial for ourselves just to be able to say that like we did this by ourselves. Well, like I'm okay with group economics.
Nah, for sure.
I
wish I had thought of it.
I'm saying
I ain't never missed out on too much of nothing.
We don't benefit from nepotism as much as some of the other people. So I mean, if you don't have that on your side,
and I think that's a mindset that in general I think we got to like segue out of in the Black community. That once I become an adult, and this is on the parents and the individual side, once I become an adult, I got to do it all by myself. Like you don't. And the funny thing is that most cultures don't do that.
Hispanics,
white people roommate with other like they college buddy way afterward.
A lot of Hispanic people don't move out until they get married.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like
they will not move out until they are married.
And people want to say like I am like I did it all by myself. This is all my shit. And to me, like that ends up being way more of like an ego thing, where the need to say I did it in comparison to like what could be best for you for the long haul. And like again, like I could have like I know with me, I personally could have gotten my own spot way in advance. And just to drag on that, but I fuck around and still be in an apartment right now. And like if you have a long play, that's just how I look at it. And you have a goal and you have a strategy to what you're going to, like however you work things out. I think that I am not going to shame anybody that works some version of group economics.
I think majority of people got roommates anyway, whether they're saying it or not.
Oh yeah. And then I think that what we need to do is get past this supposed to. It's supposed to be like, you know what I mean? That like there's some book somewhere that tells you like, oh, these are the things that like, bro, it ain't supposed to be like nothing, bro. You make the best decisions that you can make for yourself. And then as you start to, you know what I mean, get more responsibility, you know, I just hate even in relationships. Like I remember there was a time period where like me and my wife would get into it because she would say like supposed to stuff. Like certain things would be like you're
Oh,
supposed
you a man,
to
so
do
you
this.
supposed to do this?
Not necessarily that specifically, but like
You
so
rail,
I'll
so
give
you
a great
supposed
just
to do
a real life example. It'd be like something like
Traditional, so you
old head owns a house in my neighborhood too. So like on my way home from work, I might want to sit over there and chill with you know what I mean.
Oh, you supposed to bring
but
your
you're
ass back
supposed to
home.
come home first and then you can go. You know what I mean? So that was and that's a minute example, but like I think that a lot of people have this idea of things are supposed to be this way because
I gotta ask you about. Can I? All right, this one's gonna go away from my.
Let me get this one in real quick. Let me get this one in, and then you go. I got it. But
I'm
like,
gonna concede my last question. My last meaning for this one though. But go ahead.
But yeah, like that's supposed to what you're talking about. Even like with other people, with your own life, that's like an expectation, and expectations, especially uncommunicated expectations, lead to disappointment and regret and like content for people. So like that's supposed to. We got to replace that with like our own timeline and like whatever you say I'm supposed to that's cool for you, but like I'm working my own timeline and like however I do it, it's got to work best for me. And like they go back to like what you're saying, like freedom versus happiness. Like a lot of that's supposed to be like them had that happiness, but like your own timeline, that's like your freedom and being able to not live by nobody's expectations of your life. That's where you really want to be.
Like Johnny, you supposed to have kids already. You 30, 35, supposed to have kids
that's
already.
Your expectation.
And like you supposed if you've been talking to this girl, y'all been dating for 5 years, y'all supposed to be married by now.
It's your expectations.
Yeah.
In my life. That's why I'm over here free.
Oh no, I was being okay. You know I was joking.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Joking.
Yeah. I just said I got it. I wouldn't do it because at first I was thinking like, but he's talking to me directly right now. But yeah.
I'm gonna let you live, Johnny.
Hey, but I ain't triggered, but no, we ain't gotta go back.
I'm quiet. I'm off it. But you gotta hit. For some reason, your thing keep coming out.
Just push it in.
Pause.
Yeah, that is a pause. Shout out to Charles Barkley.
Oh yeah.
Hey, yo.
You good now? You
was about to say something.
I forgot what we was even talking about.
All right, cool. My last being will be a question to Rel.
Oh shit. Shit.
No, I don't know what I don't know if you. I'm just interested in your take on this because you're a little bit more like a rules oriented person when it comes down to relationships and things that people should or shouldn't do and stuff like that. So I guess I'll ask you this: in this scenario, fair or foul? So in this scenario, say a woman is driving, boom, flat tire happened, right?
Yeah.
Or a blowout happened, got to pull over, boom. And let's say hypothetically, she has a father who owns a tow truck, and she calls father. My bad. Rewind.
He was in the car with her?
I set this up bad.
Okay.
So married woman, is driving home, flat tire
by herself.
Yeah, she did by herself. Father owns a tow truck company, and she calls him to get the tow to the house. As man, should you be upset that she called her dad to get a tow to the house and be like, damn, having other men do stuff for you?
No, that's her pops. That's actually one of them joints that would be fire. Like for me, that would be fire. Pops, we appreciate you, bro. You looked out. That was fire as hell.
Hey, Q though, wasn't it before she called pops before she called husband?
Yeah, she called pops and said, "Hey, I need this tow."
As long as you call me afterwards and let me know, you know what I mean. My tire got flat. My dad said he gonna come and get it. Oh, that was fire. Pops done looked out. You know what I mean? That was
for the free also.
Yeah, for the free. Come on now.
But yeah,
that was fire. But get out your goddamn feelings, bro.
Okay, I was just wondering. I just wanted to get an outside take. That
hell no.
I just was wondering.
Pops looking out is a blessing, bro. Like if you mess around and have a old lady and her pops actually is engaged in her success and prosperity in life, and that tends to rub and the relationship itself benefits from Pops, that's fire. Like I plan on being that kind of father. Like I want to be like I'm honestly like I already know. Like I said to someone one time before, like when my daughter gets to the age of having a boyfriend, like I'm trying to offer bruh a trade line.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's me. I want you to be in the best.
Like him, bro. You gotta not like him
I'm telling you, bro.
With the guy.
Nah, bro.
As soon as you like him, she gonna break up with him.
I mean, I've heard things like that happen before, but like, either way, you can see where I land on it. Like, I'm definitely one of those dudes that appreciate. You know what I mean? That shit's fire, bro.
Okay, with that said, I can see my time.
It's on me.
They be thinking real gonna smack up it.
I don't know why.
That wasn't. Again, I know that I didn't think that it was of anything, but I also know like there's specific lines inside like different things that you will have where I just wanted to see a different POV because typically we just will disagree on shit.
Yeah.
So it'll be. I thought it was good to just see like, I wonder what the other perspective could be of this.
Yeah.
And yeah, no good.
You can go to my folder, please. Tone.
They not like us. Oh no, what we saying now? Mustard.
Man.
Yeah, you can start. Start with G Herbo.
Oh no.
At the end, like.
Oh no.
Why not G Herbo?
Is it Herbo or Herbo?
Might be Herbo. I might have said that wrong. Might have been Herbo. But if you scroll over one and just play the next two slides.
Consonant? Is that consonant?
Yeah.
Trials, tribulations, it's always triumph in the end. You got to get up every day, work hard to be better than you were yesterday. I just lost my pops 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. I still found a reason to get up and smile, to get up and work, to provide for my family, to be there for my children. My oldest boy right here, he just got his ears pierced. Look, my son, he crying because I'm talking about his grandfather, but it's okay, man. Family first. You know, miss your papa. It's okay, man. He living through you, son. He here with us every step of the way. You know, always overcome adversity. You know what I'm saying? Trials, tribulations, it's all.
Hang out with your family and fulfill your dreams that will.
Keep talking. You getting sad? Oh, damn. Why you getting sad, son? My son is really in tune with his emotions, bro. I'm telling you, he a real emotional kid. Nah, I don't need mine. I'm gonna get mine. Soon. You miss your pop-up or something? It's okay, bro. It's okay to cry, son. Real men cry.
No.
You don't know how to do a speech? Yes, you do. Believe, son.
That's that beat.
You know how to do anything you put your mind to.
You were doing great.
What I tell you about saying you don't know how to do something, or you can't do something, or you're afraid to do something. Stop saying that. When you want to do something, you get up and do it. So stop saying what you can't do. You've never tried. Just say I never tried it before, or I haven't practiced. But you could do anything that you want to do. You were doing good just now. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to cry. Nothing wrong with crying. Daddy cry. He said.
Hang out with your family.
Oh yeah, that's it.
No, I just
No, that was fire.
I was about to start crying. Shoot.
Yeah, no, that one had me choked up earlier this week. So I just had to put that one in there. But I think we give a lot of these young boys, you know, a hard time. But like we just had the mom love versus the dad love meme. I think that's a good example of like that dad love and just the importance of like it's a bunch of fathers like the importance of being there and like being a better version of dads than like we might have had or like the previous generations, because that's something like I don't know if our dads would have said that or allowed us like that space and been so open and like sharing with it. And I think it's a good thing. I think it makes us more balanced as a community, and I think that's the type of stuff we need to show, especially seeing from where Herbo, like Lil Herb and where they came from, to see him here. I'm proud of the dude, man. I like his music, but to see that part of him,
yeah,
you know, it's really encouraging. I'm like, it gives me hope.
Yeah, I thought that was I thought it was really good. I think that there's a bunch of different layers to that. But I guess I'll say this. He was empowering his son to be emotional. Said it's okay to cry. Some might call that soft. Some might say that leads to sassy men. we're gonna leave this to a later conversation that we're gonna have later.
Oh yeah,
I think that was a really powerful meme in which I feel like it'll probably like be a good reference point to later on. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'll tap out. I think that everything else I'd say it'll probably lean closer to like something inside of further conversation. That's fair.
Shit like that, bro. It make me so proud of like our generation of men and fathers, because like when you say like my bro, when I tell you, even when I lived with my dad, he didn't talk to me. It was just me and him. Nigga ain't talk to me, bro. Like I ain't know we just will. If we would some shit like moving, I ain't know we just moved one day. You know what I mean? I ain't know nothing. He ain't talk to me at all. So like I know even a lot of dudes who lived with their father but didn't live with their father, but their father didn't live in the house. You know what I mean? He stayed there, but he didn't live there. You know what I mean? To where is you having an actual communicative relationship?
It's a house, not a home.
Right, like you know what I mean. My a lot of those guys in that generation, like my pops, what he would do is when my mom's and them was together, my mom, she pretty much told, she was like, yeah, what he do is like he'd get off work and find some busy work outside the house to not have to come in the house. So that's why he always wanted to have a shed or like a car to work on or something like that. So to make sure he didn't have to even come in and look at us, he would do something until it was time for us to go to sleep and then come in the house and go to sleep. So like, but we're doing something completely different. And that's why I love y'all boys, man. And I love seeing it. I'm learning how to be a better father just watching y'all. You know what I mean? And even fathers like going into Food Line with my kids. Like, you know what I mean? I like to bring my kids to Food Line. I like for people, it's not like a thing where I like for people to think that I'm doing a good job, but I like for people to see me with my kids. I like the sight of it. Like
proud of them.
I'm proud of it. Yeah. And yeah, man, we doing so much better, bro. We doing so much better, and I love to see it, and I appreciate any of y'all that's tapped in, bro. If you're a father and you taking care of your responsibilities, bro, and you keep doing what you're doing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. We love you.
And I guess to land this one, I would say that I was recently just having like a back and forth with one of the homies, and I imagine y'all could probably figure out who this person was, but they were saying that there's a narrative out there about, or the fact that they still say black men are bad fathers. And to me, like my rebuttal was that like I don't really hear that narrative like that. Like
I don't hear it anymore either.
Like it's been a while. That doesn't seem like a common consensus thing at all. Like
that's old news. That's like
right, and that's what we was going back and forth about. Like
no, I online. See, I think that it depends on your algorithm. But in real life, I've still heard, you know what I mean, overheard conversations.
No, but have you heard about like black men or like this person?
Oh, this person, yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that.
Oh yeah, the niggas ain't shit, or like black men just don't want to take care of the kids.
Yeah, you don't hear that.
Oh yeah, no,
like I haven't heard that as a narrative at all. Like
been played out.
Yeah,
it's been like females that have shit on a black man.
Yeah,
and I think that's gonna happen whether black man, white man, whatever race man that you are. There's gonna be some, people that get shitted on regardless, but I haven't heard that as a trope and an identifier of black men in general for a while. And I think that our generation has been so intentional about like stripping that away that it's been hard to put that on us because of statistically, and even looking at the stats, I didn't know this, but these are self-reported statistics from women. So that's what makes it even better, is the fact that the women are the ones that are saying it. And that's what's making that more powerful. It's the black women that are saying that black men are active in comparison to what white women say, whatever, like whoever other women. And like that's the interesting but positive nuance. So then you can't say that, well, no, but the black women are still saying, like, these are the women that are reporting this stat.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
that should be a bridge to repairing communities. Like,
right.
Like we hear, like if that's what they think of us.
Right.
This online discourse, it should end right there.
Fact.
Because we hear what they think of us. We can say what we think. So anything else, what are we doing?
Yeah. Johnny, back to you, man.
I'm gonna let that one go.
Yeah, no, you got to, bro. But let me get the one in the middle. We just go around. This one's kind of funny, and then we'll go to my boy on the end.
A man has ruined a weekend away with his girlfriend by saying what he was thinking. Our reporter Emma Bradford is at the scene.
Martin Bishop and Eleanor Shaw had stopped at a cosy country pub after a romantic walk when Miss Shaw looked up meaningfully at Bishop and asked what he was thinking at that very moment. The weekend was about to go very wrong indeed.
I was hoping he would say, maybe this would be a great place to bring the kids one day. Or even something corny but sweet, like, I have everything I'll ever need right here.
And what did you say, Martin?
I said, pigs are much bigger than you expect. One of them was so big you could ride it.
More from us later. A man has.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Pigs are so much bigger than you would expect. We went to Bradford Farms, boy. Them like that they bigger than that like table right here.
Yeah.
You be like, God.
Pigs
damn.
are also smart as shit too. People don't realize.
I didn't know that.
They smart and they're delicious.
Ain't no compliments to the swine.
Nah,
Bro, you a swine? You talk to him
from time to time. I had a little swine from time to time.
Hey, I'm fine with the swine.
Uh-huh.
I'm big on the pig.
What else?
I'll stick my fork in the pork.
I was about to say something retarded.
What? Do you have any other sayings about putting meat in your mouth?
Hey, yo.
Oh, my bad.
Hey, yo.
You eat rabbit like bunnies?
What you do is sausage.
Hey, go to the next meeting.
I toss it.
Go to the next meeting. Go to the next meeting.
What's the next one?
The top.
Did you want to hit that the Don P one? I think that maybe that'd be something good for Red to respond to.
He said, no disrespect to you or your pops. Remind me of Denzel's character in Fences. I know Real ain't seen Fences.
I've seen some of it.
Oh, dude with the fatigue hat, a camo hat. Hell, I have to catch myself on that because I'm naturally the same way with my kids.
Oh yeah, it wasn't as bad as Fences, but it pretty much like, man, he didn't stay in the house with us, so like I would get kicked out and have to go and live with him every few years. And but yeah, shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Got you. Johnny Landis.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand football.
This the one, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Have you did this one already before?
I feel like I've seen this.
We about to see. I think.
Have I did it? If not, I didn't see it in my joint. I looked. I didn't see it.
He about to come out like goal lines and scoring and shit like that.
Goal
first
was a
touchdown.
touchdown.
Oh
Yeah.
Okay. Scrap that one. Scrap that one.
Yeah, we shitted on it the first time he said that.
Scrap that one. Give me white man in the middle bottom row or middle second row.
Did you know that Black America said Cadillac in 1930?
I just saw this today.
Cadillac wouldn't even exist today had it not been for Black America in 1934, and I can tell you exactly how they did it.
Big dog.
First, you have to understand Henry Ford had 3 car companies. First was a complete failure, sold the assets. He had a second car company which failed, and a man named Henry Leland bought it and turned it into Cadillac. And then Henry had a third company we know as Ford Motor Company. Henry didn't really do the work. He hired some brothers and then tried to cut the brothers out. Those brothers started a car company named Dodge. So I want you to understand how incestuous this is. So Henry Leland started Cadillac. GM bought it in 1919.
Hey, Tone. Can you pause it real quick?
Top luxury brands in America.
When you say brothers,
they were white boys.
Oh, okay, all right.
They were white boys.
Right. I just needed that context.
they were relatives.
Siblings.
Yeah. Niggas be like, never mind, go ahead. Yeah.
When the Great Depression hit in 1928, nobody had money, right? So you don't have auto loans. They did not exist back then. So if you couldn't pay cash for a car, you weren't getting it, and banks failed, nobody had money. So Cadillac lost 85% of their sales in 5 years. They were literally in the board meeting to shut Cadillac down with their service manager nationwide come in and goes, I think I can save the company. Like, whatever, how? He goes, we don't sell to anybody but white people. And Black Americans in the South will pay white guys $300 cash over and above the price of the car so they can drive. The elite, the judges, the attorneys, the entertainers, go for it. And Cadillac's like, what do we got to lose? So in 1934, they opened it up, the first car company ever to have integrated sales. And Black Americans bought so many Cadillacs in 1934, sales went up 70%. Now I want you to ask yourself, this is the Great Depression. Nobody has money. There's bread lines. How can Black Americans afford to save a luxury brand? Huh? How? They couldn't put their money in banks. And all the banks failed. All white people lost their money. The law of unintended consequences kept Black America from being harmed by the Great Depression like everybody else, believe it or not. And I talked to a gentleman who said the only reason my granddad said he knew it was a Great Depression because he saw a white man picking out his trash. I was like, wow. So in doing this, it turned Cadillac around. And Cadillac became the first auto manufacturer to hire Black Americans to sell the design and style team, not just the factory. So Cadillac came with the first integrated brands, and a lot of times we have stereotypes about Black America loves Cadillacs. Now you know why. They say good damn car.
I did not.
I didn't watch the whole thing. That was cold.
The Black America said Cadillac in 1930.
Yeah, he's a professor at some HBCU in Tennessee. I forgot the name of it, but he gives great history.
Probably Tennessee State. Maybe that's the only.
Maybe
HBCU.
Fisk or
Fisk. Well, yeah, that's a small HBCU.
Yeah, it's a smaller one.
Okay,
it's
Fisk
smaller. I think it might be Fisk or something. But he gives great stories and great backstories. I had no idea about. Well, I knew Black people. I knew it was a stereotype that Black people.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know that
where
there was
from.
actual
a historical reason
behind that. And I thought that was cool.
That was dope as shit.
I thought that the Great Depression bank thing was actually really, really interesting.
Mm-hmm. The law of unintended consequences. You kept us from this thing, and then when it fails, we're kept from the consequences.
I am understand. I'm going to start adopting that into a bunch of different things because we're not even going to go into it like a sidebar. But what is it? The crime bill. That's like the law of unintended consequences.
Yep.
Right there. But so like that can actually apply to so many different things.
Shit, yeah.
I like that. That just like expanded my mind a little bit. But yeah, in general, I did think that was fire. Just the concept, or I think it's fire. It's also exploitation. So I mean, it kind of ends up being like however you want to look at it. But just how, like, being able to just the idea of Black people not being able to put their money into banks, them recognizing that because of Black people are paying over what did they say, over $300 cash for it, and then using that, I guess it is exploitation to exploit the Black, but maybe it's not exploitation. You're right. Survival. Well, no, it's not exploitation only because of like nobody else would sell to Black people,
right?
And so like they was intentional on integrating their sales, and then because of the Black population became such a big like customer base that they started hiring XYZ to actually make sure that population was catered to. And yeah, okay. Nah, I just think that it's fire.
That shit was super.
That was a dope little. I'm glad we got to that one because I was debating on which one to pick, and I went with the football one. But
we seen it. Yeah, that was fire. That was fire.
All right, do we got any comments we need to hit, Tone?
Man, not nothing. Let me see. This was from the roommate one. Okay. How much money would the panel save if y'all was to go in on a cheap 2-bedroom for a year?
Oh my God.
You talking about everybody sitting here?
Yeah. We all went in on one 2-bedroom?
I think like just say like two people in which a cheap 2-bedroom, let's just say right now that's 1,100 in Charlotte, which is 500. And then let's just say like that ends up being like 700 in like when you add utilities and shit like that. 700
living expense
as your total living outside. My bad. Like so, then we will add
like power and
well, no, that's utilities. Like but then let's just say you have a car and like you got a car note, insurance, good enough. Like we'll put like 400 more on that, and let's wrap the bow on that, and that's like maybe 1,100 of just living expenses.
I'm fired, bro. I might start tricking.
Turn the fuck up. Turn the fuck up.
I might start tricking.
You know how much free money I have? I like in general, I ain't too bad. But in general, just that gap. Well, all right, my bad. Let me rewind. That is the scenario that I started where like I was able to like save quick. Boom, 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 boom. And like I said, that's why I personally don't I don't look any way about a nigga having a roommate. Because as long as you're doing it, especially with intention, I think that there's so many positive things that can come out of it.
No, that's the key.
I think
the intention.
having a roommate until like, especially,
or matter of fact, even if it ain't got intention, like if that is where you're at the moment, that's okay. Like living above your means would be way worse.
Yeah,
I think that being able to like inside whatever version of a scenario, like if you got a roommate, if you got 2 roommates, 3, it don't really matter, bro. Like wherever you're at that moment, make sure that you're able to supply and provide for your own personal self.
Agreed.
And hopefully allow yourself to like save towards getting in a better situation.
Yeah, I fucked it up. I wish I would have done the roommate thing, but I didn't do that. But it would have been definitely a much better decision. I'd probably be much further on if I would have done it.
You ain't gotta cry about it, bro.
bro.
Shoot, I actually got a couple of memes I want to go over real quick before we
fuck your
get
memes.
to 2 hours. Yeah, anyway. I was about to say something else, but
yeah, you can't say that.
Can't say that.
I think y'all go back to beefing again if you said that.
That was too far.
I've been on here beefing and everything.
This was like a year ago, 2 years ago. I forgot what year that was.
Real gonna knock over a camera, bro.
I'm pushing peace, bro. I'm pushing peace.
That's the real P.
I guess I'm just to play back to you.
Did y'all catch it?
No, what did it say at the beginning?
I guess I'm just
Drop it.
to play
Me on the dark web, and I see a link called "Unsuspected Victims Get Cheeks Clapped."
And then it was him.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a hack.
112,000 motherfuckers watching.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never been on the dark web.
Me neither, but that shit was hilarious.
But y'all ain't never did what was this shit called back in the day? Where like the chat room roulette, where you'd be in the chat room and you'll just connect you with like random people.
The AOL chat, yo?
No, it was like called roulette or something.
No, I know you're talking about chat roulette. Maybe I did it one time.
Like,
it might have been only one
like
time.
In college, like you get up there when we first got the webcam. Like first got
like the early time. What was the other? It was another thing.
It was Uvu. You remember
Uvu? Yeah. Listen,
Uvu parties.
Like you like, and that was like whether.
And then Skype came and all.
Yeah, Skype. Yeah. Skype was another big one too. To be honest, those were important before the
before Snapchat.
Before like the like FaceTiming and video chatting was a thing, especially let's say like using like college, especially.
Yeah, they used to use
like during the break.
And stuff.
Yeah, if during the break, your girl lives somewhere else and y'all get tired, like you throw the little Uvu on.
Turn the lights down low.
Yeah, you gotta make sure the door locked.
Get your little
look around. Anything could happen on Uvu. Oh wait.
And then motherfuckers ain't know how to screen record back then. What no screen recording going on?
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about it.
That's a little past like phone sex.
Yeah, damn, yeah.
Hey baby.
Uvu used to.
Yeah, that's why
I need you to.
I stopped at phone sex.
Let me.
Nah, this shit.
I ain't have all
this shit took phone sex to the next level. Bro.
Hey Tone, tell him how freaky you used to be. Nah, pause. And never mind.
Tell him what you had.
I was on Facebook Messenger in 17 though. I ain't do that.
Oh, okay. That's where all your.
That was about it. That was about it. That nigga said pause and never mind. Don't tell me.
Let's see.
Who do you think did 9/11? So why did America do it? Where'd you read this? I served 11 years. You have big served in the military energy. I have not seen a man's wallet on the table in so long. Look at this wallet. I have not seen. Someone tell him about Apple Pay. We're in the military video. How was that? Yeah, I want the full conspiracy. Let's go.
I was at the VA a year and a half after an operation that we went to. Breaking news, the operation that we did a year and a half ago popped up on the news. I immediately went to go check, and I'm like, is this modern? And they said, yes. And I said, no, it's not. I need to go talk to mental health because I was there when that happened.
Oh, so you go and say like, what's on the news isn't true.
Yes.
Am I going crazy?
Yeah, and it broke my whole reality.
I don't want to even know this. I feel like we're all you just dragged us into your fucking murder. What the fuck, man? Now we're all going down with you. He cannot stop drinking. I think he's telling the truth. Why did you just drag us into this nightmare? Is the Bermuda Triangle real?
Yes, but because of a series of wins, not anything else.
Nerd alert. Who do you think?
Yeah, I thought that took a left turn though. Like just
yeah, Whitney Cummings is funny. Shout out to her.
Yeah, just the fact they was joking. I was like, dang, did that take a left turn though? It got real serious there.
Oh no, but yeah, there's multiple things on there that I thought was interesting. Johnny, what was the part that you most wanted to talk about that? Was it a conspiracy thing part, or was it the it was another part at the beginning? What did you want us to talk about in this?
And which one?
The meme that we just played from you.
That was
Tone.
Tone.
Oh, that was Tone. Oh my bad. Oh my bad. Tone. What was the what did you want us to talk about in that specifically?
I actually thought it was interesting about like the news. As far as I thought there was a couple of interesting points, but the news was one of the things I was like, dang, that took a left turn. But like, yeah, people be talking about fake news and yeah, we talking about conspiracies. It's a lot of conspiracies keep coming up to be true.
Because he was saying that they reported something that they already did.
Yeah, like they was reporting something on the news. So it's like, what are they doing?
They did a year before, and it was false. In a way, like there was something that was wrong about it, but he was a person that was there ground level when it happened.
So he's like, "Is this modern?" And they like this going on now, and they like, "Yeah." And he's like, "No, it's not, because I was there."
He said, "I need to go get my mental health check."
So it's like, what is they telling us afterwards, or like how are we being manipulated? I don't know. That just kind of opened up. That opened up a moment to me. That's what I thought about it. But what do y'all think?
Yeah, I think we always have like two different realities.
Yeah, I was in the military. I know that some of the military dudes be the lyingest motherfuckers you ever meet in your life. I ain't saying he lying, but them niggas lie like a motherfucker.
Why?
I think it's because you get to just create a new reality for yourself. And then once you create that new reality, it's like you keep going with it.
But you don't think it's because like some of the stuff that like they learn or like they see?
Well, I think
military,
you're talking about they go into the military lying about who they were.
Right.
Oh,
are you saying
they create a whole new life from there and move, and that shit just be a lie.
Is it a personality type that does military?
Okay.
Are you saying like once they leave the military, they just liars also?
They lie about all of the shit that they did in the military. You sit there and listen to their stories. They be wanting to one up each other. Be like, nigga, I was there, but you know what I mean? So I just don't even hang around the motherfuckers like that. Niggas lie too much.
All right. I got one more real quick.
Post-nut clarity is one thing. Pre-nut clarity is another. I'm going to keep it a buck. I was on the orange and black themed spicy video website. What were you doing on there? I was carefully watching each video and taking down the names of the different actors so I can put them all on a list and mention them to Jesus when I pray in the morning. Be for real. Anyway, I was on the site and I broke the cardinal rule. You know the suggested videos? I kept clicking and I followed them from my starting point until I ended up at the source of my pre-nut clarity. Has anyone read some of these comment sections on some of these videos? No. Full disclosure, I started off in the ASMR section of that site. I ended up in the ASMR section of that site. However, this ASMR was different too. And I won't speak much about the content. However, the comments, I don't want to beat it, man. I just want to be loved. I want someone to look. Fuck. I want a girl who's obsessed with me. I want a girl who I know is Jesus. I can say for all the men, this helps us a lot. Even if you think you posted for fun, we are grateful for this. Be for real. Yeah, I probably need therapy, but there are so few videos that actually got me talking back and whimpering. Man, I really wish my mom loved me growing up. These are primarily cis men. Is this demographic okay? Because for you all to be typing therapy-flavored comments in the comment section of the orange and black spicy video website, that shit is wild. What are y'all doing? Are you like laying on the bed holding your shit? Because damn, y'all. Sorry, I listened to that audio too. And I can't even lie to you, by the end of it, I was crying as well. Crying while reading their comments and listening to the contents of that video. As much of a half-gay, borderline misandrist as I am, that's a joke. I felt bad. Damn. Y'all okay? Shit. Post-nut...
Yeah. Look, just what is MSR? What's that?
It's like when it do like it's more so sound based entertainment.
Come on, Tony,
like,
pause with your faggot ass. I mean, sorry,
no, this is literally how they talk. Please, nigga, here.
My bad.
Hey, this nigga, I'm trying to give him his age. Call me.
Hey, we sorry, God.
God dang.
Oh, nice. But in Orange and Black, is that
oh
is
my
that
bad. Hey,
Cornhub.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
Pornhub. Okay.
YouTube. Jeez.
And, all right, so and then next she said that she started off. I didn't even know that was like a category.
What ASMR?
Yeah, ASMR corn.
I mean, it's like they got it there, but like,
and you said it just
I didn't know.
sounds.
It sounds like they be scraping
Well,
against stuff, or
but you usually what it is
it's like repetitive.
weird.
It's like it ain't about repetition.
nah, not necessarily. Usually, like ASMR, like they call it like the mukbang will be an example.
That's
where
eating.
Right. But in essence, it's not repetitive. They just turn the mic up, and it's about like the
you got people
like when they're eating.
Who want to hear people like
this is eating, not
it's stuff
necessarily like any other act.
It's stuff like
But-
say for example, you got people who want to hear like the sound of somebody's goat. Like
Yeah,
they
yeah,
like to
that'd
hear-
be another-
They
like-
like to hear the sound of somebody like, or they like
That
to hear
right
the
there,
sound of
yep,
bristles
yep,
rubbing
yep.
against a table.
Matter of fact,
but like that turns people on, or like
Yeah, it's
why
not-
is it on porn or Cornhub?
Well, I mean, it sounds like that is a thing. I hadn't known that. Nigga, you just was making a case for it just then. But
What?
I
don't
asked that
know what
exact
it
same
is.
question. But so all right, so it was an ASMR video, and then she said that she followed the suggested from that video all the way to the end of like the suggested part. So I'm guessing like she went as deep into the corn rabbit hole of that, and it was a
Of her
bunch of
suggested
guys.
algorithm.
Yeah, and so it ended up being like maybe I imagine as extreme as it could be with the ASMR thing, but when going into the comments, when you dug deeper, it was like a lot of people on some version of like a cry for help thing. Is that a fair representation?
Yeah,
Tone?
I think that's a fair
basically what
representation.
she was
that's
I would
basically
say
what
if
she
you're doing the ASMR thing, then and
I
that's
don't
the
even
thing
think
that
it
you're
was so
trying
much
to
about
turn
the
yourself on
ASMR
with.
though.
Well, what I'm saying is that if that's
Yeah.
the thing that you're using to turn yourself, you got something. You might have
I'm
some
not
mental.
gonna-
I mean, that's just the
That's
Yeah, I'm about to say,
something-
I ain't gonna
like
like
to
that.
go on
Like
corn,
but that's
to go
shoot.
on corn and want to listen to sounds.
They might like
But
the sound. They
that's
might like the
just
sound
what
of
they
how
like, bro.
how
Like,
coochie
I mean,
sweet,
like-
bro.
The only
Like,
thing I'm saying is they may have.
they might like the sound of how
Watching-
how the macaroni and
Alright.
cheese sound.
Yeah,
bro.
that's
They
what
might
I'm saying. Like
that.
this is like I enjoy it. Like if somebody like in your ear, that's kind of fire in
Like
general.
watching
But-
watching AMSR is not the problem. It's the
Yeah.
comments.
Well,
Yeah.
the only
It's
thing
like
I was
the
saying
rabbit
was
hole
that
as extreme as it gets.
you going on corn to listen to AMS, whatever the fuck, and the comments read that. To me, that makes sense that the comments read that way. These people are different.
But not
No,
everybody.
yeah,
that
but
writes
I
in
I
the
don't think it's
comments.
just.
Yeah, I don't
them,
think
though.
it's
All
like
right,
the
bro, that
category.
shit's weird. Y'all just act like this is normal. You been on there? You done that?
No, that's not my category that I go to.
Uh,
No,
you-
but
you-
but that
not-
doesn't
it's
prove.
not-
Have you ever heard of
it's
it?
not-
That's what
I've-
none of us even knew what the fuck
I've
it
heard
was.
of it. I just don't understand it.
Right. Like the thing that like some people love feet. Everybody that love feet ain't weird.
I
Like
ain't
that-
say feet and AMS, whatever the fuck. That's different.
but
I think
but
feet is
none
weirder.
of those. Yeah, I
think
probably would.
feet
Yeah,
is
I definitely
weirder.
would say weirder.
That's way weirder than AMSR.
Yeah, like you might
Feet?
like just
I'm not I don't like feet, but I'm just saying. I think that's more
way
normal.
weirder. To me, I think that it might be a order of magnitude weirder. To be honest,
Hey, I think
it's because of I think
It's way
sounds
weirder than
in
feet.
general with intimacy in a quiet room is its own thing, and I can see how somebody could enjoy that thing. It's
Yeah.
not something that I care about, but I can understand how intimate sounds can be in comparison. Like I don't even understand
What you gonna
people
do
that-
with a foot?
I don't get it.
Bruh, I like the real sounds that we create, bro.
That's what some of them.
That's
want
not-
to hear.
Dave is an ASMR bull.
That's what some of them be
Come on.
wanting to hear. They want to hear that macaroni and cheese,
Yeah.
bro. That-
But I'm saying, so you saying
But
like
why
it
not
sounds
watch the
people
regular
listen to
corn?
without actually?
But I have never
supposed to
seen.
get
I ain't
them
never looked at it. I'm like, I don't think that was a big
this will be
deal.
But
what-
I don't think people were going there to get aroused because they were clearly looking for like.
No, I think they
No,
got
I
off,
think
and
so,
then
like-
after they got off, they like,
This is what I would
Oh, that's
imagine.
wild.
This is what I imagine probably is
Wild.
happening. Where, because this is how like the
Y'all niggas
mukbang
weird,
happens.
bro.
Where like it's like a bunch of food and then it's a loud mic. So this is probably somebody doing like some version of a act, and then the mic is really loud. So then let's just say it's a woman and she's self-pleasuring. The mic is really loud. So then, as Tone said, you hear the macaroni and cheese. That would be an example of said thing. And then maybe she's like deep breathing into it and like like things
All right,
within
man.
that. With
So
a bit.
nigga, okay.
You gotta have some fun, real.
Okay, That's your version of fun, bro. You have it, but have at it, bro.
Where you be going to, Rick?
Yeah, what are your categories?
Missionary.
Missionary love making.
Silent. With the lights on. No, lights off. Lights off. Dark room missionary love making.
I'll let y'all have it.
Traditional style.
Old fashioned 1950 separate beds.
Hey, fight back, bro.
Y'all
I came in.
bro.
The scenario.
I like how
came
y'all,
in. I smelled the apple pie. Immediately, I know the plate was ready.
Y'all niggas gonna laugh at getting the plate, bro. Y'all niggas be hating, bro. I be thinking sometimes that niggas be really wishing they had it, and then that's where you want to make it a joke. Cause
why are you looking at me? He's joking.
You in front of me.
Look at him.
You're in front of me.
He's doing it, not me.
I be thinking that niggas be hating on the
I
low,
be
bro.
having good plates. I ain't
That's just like on social media. It's on social media. The guys like to make like anything that's sole provider. It's a joke on me. Like how is that even a joke?
They been getting plays, bro.
Yeah, I think everybody enjoy good play, not plays, good jokes. Like you don't have to like take it personal.
No, I think some niggas be hating,
like,
man.
I think we all just enjoy.
Hey, I wasn't
like,
laughing at the plate joint. I was laughing at the. I do want a plate, bro.
Everybody love plate.
Everybody love a plate. But you have
Johnny be commenting under them sites, bro. Johnny
no, I ain't never commented on no.
Johnny be like, man, I just want a plate.
You never seen Johnny P comment on nothing. I do what I got to do and get out of there. I ain't like, what you leaving a comment for? That's how
I think that's
how
weird.
Mark Robinson got caught up.
My boy Rail got triggered about traditional porn. God damn.
I got triggered.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right, man.
Oh man, I really wanted to talk about how some people might be having some issues going under there, but that took a funny turn, bro. That was pretty hilarious. Don P said, "Ain't no more excuses. I don't care if you like shopping rates with a perm bang. There's no more excuses to not get any play. Get you some game, ISM, and you won't be on commenting on in a corn site."
Exactly.
Hey, it don't be something to be
crazy,
tough for some
bro.
dudes, bro.
Commenting is wild.
That's next level,
I ain't
bro.
never left for like a specific comment.
That's next level. Commenting on the corn site is next level.
You got to make an account for that, though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm so far behind all that stuff.
If you do all that, bro, you might as well. You got your joint on. You still use it. You actually making payments and got a monthly subscription to the joint and all that. Like if you paying for corn now, bro, you on next level shit, bro.
You got a subscription to Bang Bros.
Hey, bro.
Got the corn subscription in 2024.
Oh,
is crazy.
Oh, let's push forward. We had 2 hours, so
I couldn't do Bang Bros. It gotta feel real.
Now I gotta feel.
Yeah, you like the amateur joint.
Oh, you like the professionally shot?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. But I was
okay.
Johnny, you had the girls going wild back in the day.
I wasn't 18, bro. I tried. I used to stay up to about 3 a.m. and wait for the commercial to come on.
Oh, damn sure you should do that. Damn sure you should do that.
Sneak and turn that TV on at 2 o'clock.
Oh,
You
man.
know the commercial better run.
Johnny, I think he talked about you. He said, "Dude in black tee was the first one to check out Alexis Texas' first interracial scene." I've been waiting for this.
And he put the interracial. Johnny, why he got that? How did he know?
I don't even know who the fuck Lexus Texas is, bro.
It's the hat, man. Them Rock
How did he
Hill
know?
Bulls. Them Rock Hill Suburban Bulls. It's one thing. What your boy told Johnny? What your boy told you on Unpack? Johnny, it's okay. It's okay.
White girl.
That nigga was trying to like.
He was like, "Stand your ground, Johnny.
Stand your ground, Johnny. It's okay that
It's
you
all
like
right.
white women."
Hey, it's okay. Even Alvin was doing the same thing for him.
He said, don't let them
I
shame
checked
you.
it all
It's
out,
okay.
bro. I done picked a couple different categories, bro. I ain't ashamed, but it's porn. That's where you ain't gonna watch it there when you go watch it.
Hey. I'm just mad that he was able to it was you. How did he know?
Cause y'all be joking of y'all niggas.
I don't think so, bro.
I done put all my business out there.
What's the weirdest category? Y'all ever looked at handicap?
Nah, ain't
Bruh,
no.
I don't want to
illicit
keep talking to
appendage.
y'all about my corn
Bro, we already know where you was at. We already established.
No, you about to get triggered again, Tom.
about to get triggered, bro. I've been married for a long time, bro. I haven't had to. I haven't had to overuse the corn, bro. I haven't had to overuse it.
One category none of us watch. We got
you think
one
about
category none of us watch. Hopefully, we got the transition. So
there we go.
We got the.
I like that. That was actually good. That was a good one, Tone. That was a good one. I fuck with that. So who going? We going?
You're rock paper
scissors. Rock paper scissors time.
Damn.
I'll go last. Johnny first. I think that's what the people want to see, and then we'll go to Real talking about Sassy Man.
Yeah, I got it. Well, my topic's based on the Kendrick album. A little bit. I was thinking it before the Kendrick album. The Kendrick album solidified it because he stood on business again, whether you like it or not. He came back, but I think what Kendrick represents, is a shift in culture. I think we're seeing it. I think because Drake was this big thing in there, and you see it with the podcast. It's not just music. I think the music is the end all, not the end all be all, but it's a microcosm of what's going on in our culture. And we're seeing the shift from the Drizzy Drakes to the tether culture or gentrifiers, people that's not in our culture coming in and exploiting it. Kendrick that's not what Kendrick represents. Kendrick represents grassroots, and we see the popularity he's having now and the run that he's been on. I definitely think he represents a shift in our culture, his popularity, him coming, the whole beef. And we see it even in the conversations we having in podcasts. Politically, I don't think I saw it. That was the one thing where it made me kind of question it, because we still, when it comes to politics, we ain't really shifted yet. But I think our perspectives on things are shifting. Even when we talk about Black fathers and like how much better we're doing than the previous generation. I do think there is a shift that has started. I don't think it's complete, but I think seeing Kendrick, hearing the album, hearing like how much he stands on kind of FBA culture and within his music, it's like it's.
You think he stands on FBA culture? What do you mean?
Compared to like a Drake, or even maybe a J. Cole. Compared to those guys, I think the FBAs are leaning way more with the Kendrick.
I agree that they like him more. What would you say would be FBA culture about him specifically?
Well, I mean, he's going against the culture of the ultimate culture vulture, and I think that's the representation of like FBA. I think him fighting back Drake is like the Pan-African versus the FBA. And I think we see FBA just.
Yeah, I think even they not like us was like one of those. To me, that's if. But if you interpret, I think a lot of the culture did interpret it that way. That they not like us was like, you know what I mean? FBA saying like, yeah, no,
you're
they
not Black
like
American from
Say it
slavery.
again?
Yeah,
I always thought it was like a cultural thing.
But there's FBA then, this foundational Black American. Wouldn't that what Kendrick would represent compared to a Drake?
Yeah,
I guess I'm trying to link it to exactly where you're at. So okay. And I'm by saying they're not like us, I thought that he was speaking about people that grew up within the culture, not specifically like lineage based. Like for example, Drake grew up as like a Jewish kid in Canada. In comparison to like I don't know, like we can like Busta Rhymes was like a kid of an immigrant that grew up in Richmond, but he's still of the culture.
Okay, well, maybe it's not.
And to me, like that would be a little bit different. To me, it seemed like it was less about being even mixed as much as like.
Well, I get maybe that's
like,
more accurate, but there's still a line being drawn.
Okay,
like a clear line in the culture being drawn where you're either of the culture or you're not.
And no, I agree with that.
Maybe FBA was pushing it to say it's divided on that line, but there is a clear line in the sand being drawn.
Okay, I can agree with that.
With our culture, and I think this music beef is just like a micro. It just exposes it. Even like with us, and like when we do Unpacked, how we push that line a little bit to be like we're centrist.
Okay, got you. Being more moderate and. Well, some of us. I think that
some of them, but it's a bigger push in our generation versus our parents' generation. Like we're pushing that.
No matter how you look at it, we are different than the previous generation.
Right.
Whether we're moderate or we're on the other side, but it's definitely different.
There's a definite like shift
Yeah, I got
that is happening, and I'm seeing it. And like I said, we're not all the way there. There's still a lot of issues, still a lot of things we got to fix. But I'm seeing the success of Kendrick gives me hope for what we're doing as a collective, and I do think
even
we
Killer
have
Mike,
shifted. Killer Mike
that happened in prior too.
Yeah, that's another good example. I definitely think there has been a shift in our culture. I think we're seeing it through the music, a lot of the movies. There's a lot of good movies coming up, like especially like the Black Panther 2, Denzel gonna be on that. I think we're seeing a little more of true representation of our culture in media. And I think it's starting, not with Kendrick, but I think he's the biggest example right now of it. That's my piece. If y'all disagree, now
well,
I got to take. I was just trying to wait. Well, all right. So one, I think shout out to Don P. Ron Dwan, my bad. I don't know where I got. Oh, Don P's the other guy. That's in there. Right there too. I think that 21 Savage, Slick Rick would be examples. I'm about to look up like more rappers that were whatchamacallit, just to move it off the specific FBA line, because I think it's more of like a cultural conversation.
You're right.
But generally speaking, it sounds like you're talking about the fact that the culture is like shifting, and I imagine you're saying that it's shifting positively.
Yeah.
And it's shifting towards versions of Black empowerment. Is that where you're going?
Yep. And like this community, like the unity and bringing back, like our communities to.
Okay. And Kendrick. Okay, and you're looping Kendrick inside the idea, like it's very like regional. It's very like he pretty much like 6 out of the 6 out of the 8 people in the album was all local rappers, people from the community, pop out show shit.
Well, that even within the beef, like the Meet the Grams versus him having his wife and his family, like the whole nuclear family, he was representing that and like putting that on the big stage, like in the They Not Like Us video.
Right.
Drake tried to talk about his wife and kids and what he did, and he's like, "Nah, me and my family good, bro."
Yeah.
And like we solid over here. I don't know what you got going on over there, but like what we represent is like morality and good shit. And I think maybe that's more of the shift, because he was like the good dude in the situation, and he still came out on top. He was the guy with morals. He was the guy that had principles. He was the guy that like stood on business, and then came out and won versus Drake was representing the opposite of that.
Okay, my bad. All right, so maybe you just made it a little more clear, because again, I was trying to understand. So are you saying that the culture is shifting towards like
more morality and
about to say yeah. All right, so more like being able to on a larger scale elevate, gravitate towards, and promote some versions of morality and positivity.
Right.
Okay.
Stretch Armstrong. I like that.
I'm not sure where I'm at with this. I know I did enjoy, because that's the take that Kendrick took. Where what's the name? Man in the Garden or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And his bragging
that over one mic too, which was
and in that his main spiel was all the things y'all other dudes did. I got the same thing, but I did it off integrity, respect, morality, helping out the kids, and that's why I personally deserve the credit that I'm getting. And I think that's fire. The delineation movement, the promotion. I don't know. Like, I love to hear the conversation keep going, and I can kind of figure out exactly where I land at. Do I think that right now the culture is shifting to become more moral or not? Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on that right now.
Well, go ahead, Dave.
I got to kind of like sitting.
I just feel like the genre itself is at a point where we have enough of it for it to separate, and each thing can be pretty successful. Like, we done had a trap run, we done had crunk music, drill music, soul. We've had it all, and it's all been incorporated in hip hop and in rap. So now that we have somebody like Kendrick, that really, I think all this work he's put out in this past few months really incorporates all that. You know what I mean? It has a lot of it still has grit behind it. Like, if I have to hide the Bible, You know what I mean? That he still have that element to it, like standing on. Yeah, it's like standing on what I need to stand on. You know, if I'm God's child, then this is bigger than any gang. This is bigger than any industry, hindrance or anything. It's just like, look, we got to do what we got to do. If we're gonna move forward and we're gonna have a difference in how we're living and everything, then we have to start unthinking all of the bullshit and figuring out how to let's move forward with a better understanding.
Yeah, I'd like to think that it's that's where we're going. I'd like to think that.
So why don't you?
Because I just think it would be great, but you know, everything 50 done made is the opposite of what you talk about.
But when the last time 50 dropped something that's hot?
No, I'm talking about all this all the stuff on TV. That's perpetuating the same shit that the Dirk, the fucking, you know what I mean? All of that shit is still you're very much louder.
I mean, even the towers and stuff, that's years old at this point.
Like, yeah, but I mean, but they still coming out with these motherfuckers, man.
But
they still coming out.
I mean, I get it.
And I feel like I would love to believe that. You know what I mean? I would love to believe that, but you know, I actually live around us. You know what I mean? I live around people that look like me.
All of us, though.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about I live around people that look like me.
Yeah.
And hell, I just seen the girl get kicked out the store for stealing. And she mad at the girl. She mad at the security. You got caught stealing, and you mad because they was putting you out talking about coming back with a gun.
But that's not.
I understand that's not everybody. But what I'm saying is that, matter of fact, just at the corner store, dude got shot 5 times. This was just this week. He'll be coming. He'll be coming next week. You know, because we actually had the owner's son that was here. Remember, John?
It was his people.
That's his store.
Oh, I didn't know what happened at his.
It happened at his store right around the corner from the house. Dude walked in, said Buddy was paying for his shit, and Buddy just walked in, hit him 5 times, and walked right back out. So, you know what I mean? This shit. So, I would love for us to have confidence and say like, yeah, bro, we pushing in it, and it's looking like we finna get over the.
But like we do.
I hope so.
But you can't take that one neighborhood and make it seem like that's all of us.
Bro, but you're literally trying to take Kendrick and act like that's the majority.
No, I mean there was a lot of stuff. I just played you G Herbo.
Okay,
she saw what he was doing with his son.
I get that. I get that.
It's not just, and I mean I had who was it the other week on there? It was it was Chief Keef talking about moving out to LA and like changing his. So I mean it's not.
I think that's just niggas getting older, bro.
No,
I really just think that's just niggas getting older, bro.
I'd agree with that.
But niggas has always been old, but like they didn't have the spotlight that a Kendrick got. Or like back in the day.
It's good to see. It's good to see. I like to hope it. You know what I mean? It would be great.
Yeah, if
I
anything,
would love that for us. For
if
sure.
anything, I think the culture shifting to not dwelling on what we don't have so much, and we're starting to focus on more what we do have going on.
And that's how you.
I think that's Stretch Armstrongy too.
I don't think so, because I mean it's
because that's what social media is.
No, I mean that.
That
was there even before social media.
He's talking about our culture, like, and like I said, I love to say that we're like it's looking like but that's what that's what social media is. It's the comparison of yourself to the thing, and that's why we're starting to get faker and faker as a society. Everybody wants to look like somebody that completely different than themselves, and we just.
But there's good trends. Like
then it's like every time I turn on the radio, bro, if it's a woman, if you damn near hear a woman voice on a beat, a rap beat. You can't have your kids in the car listening to it, bro. You gotta turn the shit off.
You don't know the girl. So what's her name? Samaria.
Is she on the radio?
Hey, shout out Dosey.
Is she on the radio?
Yeah.
And they both fight,
bro. I just want to say something real quick. Just the truth that we all know. What gets noticed, the good people in society don't get like True. Society is not built off of the good people necessarily. Like you have certain foundations that are built, but overall the rules are made and the things is set because of the people who do the bad things. That's all it is. And I don't think this is so much of a thing about like Kendrick trying to shift in the culture or anything. I think you got people who is choosing sides here at this point.
So I guess a couple different things in which I guess maybe I would lean a little closer to the culture. No, I guess I do lean towards the culture shifting inside a positive manner, only because of. And again, like this could be a lead. Well, we still got more on this topic, but a lead into like even later topics in general, where I would say like that G Herbo video, that social media. I think the acceptance of like black men being more than just like a stoic figure that has no emotion and feelings. A lot of that has derived off conversations on social media. There's been an intentional culture shift, and even like men saying it's cool as like this was a rapper to cry,
kissing his son.
to kiss his son on camera.
So are we talking about if Kendrick shifted the culture or all the?
Well, I think that he's talking about like if the culture is like generally.
I said Kendrick was a representation of an overall larger shift that's been happening, and just that just more is proof.
And the fact that like him winning the battle off morals and like principles in comparison of like Salacious
or somebody being the cooler person. I was just
I guess that'd be more of it.
And I was
Kendrick was
say,
still Salacious.
like even on social media point, we just had like this summer there was a viral trend went around with dads holding their babies. A bunch of black dads. I think it started with DDG, and he was like, "You got 24 hours to respond," and then all these black fathers went out and posted just different ways of them like holding their baby. Like that's social media, but that's a positive shift that we're seeing within social media.
So what I will say is that like it would be the idea of what I will say is that it is, God damn it, but then if you say that this a little, you know what I mean? I like to say that it is changing for the better. I also think that it's going to be based on your algorithm. You know what I mean? Your algorithm can make you feel like it's getting better, or your algorithm can make you feel like the shit is much worse than it's ever been. Like it depends on what your algorithm is telling to you and what's the type of shit that you actually intake. Because
but like to me, I think that we're saying like moving this off of social media because the algorithm feeds more of the negative thing anyway. But like when we talk about the life and times of the average person, do we think that
the average person that's not going to be televised that much? That's not.
But
really
but still like to say that.
But that's really more of the percentage.
What I'm saying is that
what's going on.
The thing is that you would have to be saying that people were worse people.
You said decently living. Okay.
You would have to be saying, in order for you to be saying that we're like making this shift to positivity, you would have to be saying that people were worse people prior to.
People were worse.
Right. You would be saying that we were less moral years behind us than we are getting. We're becoming more. We were less more immoral.
Yeah,
we absolutely were.
I would imagine like if we don't go back 80 years or 60 years, and we just talking about like the black community struggle throughout the crack era and since. I think that we would say that there was a time where
the crack era definitely was
where we had to navigate our way through. Like in reference to like even like we talk about like black fatherhood and XYZ. Most of these tropes thing like this wasn't representative in the 60s. We had two parent homes. These are like things and narratives that were introduced from like late 70s into the 80s and were prevalent throughout the 90s as we grew up. And now there has been intentionality, like whether it's like our generation or just like through society, that a lot of those things are different. Same thing with like the crime rate. The same thing with like.
So what you say is we were doing good, started doing worse, and now we're back to upward trend again. Okay. I can see that. Yeah, I would like to say that is.
I thought we was talking about Kendrick shifting the culture. So yeah, I would say it's true that we definitely agree.
Yeah.
I don't think Kendrick. Like I never meant to make it seem like Kendrick was the one like who shifted the culture. But I'm just saying, just through the
representation,
no
through
one
the
person
album,
can just
you can see like, oh, there's obviously a shift here. Like I think his success this year made it evident that there's a clear shift.
I would say I think like even not just talking about black people, I think there's been this move away from like what I would call fake cool. Like, you know, like how we used to be young and like there was certain things that would make you cool kind of, or that was like identified as like, I don't think it's a thing anymore. People like what's cool is being real.
No, that shit still exists. I seen this dude on the going over to the pop the balloon show, whatever that's called. And this nigga had
20v1.
Yeah, whatever.
No, the pop the balloon is different than the 20v1.
Either way, I don't know what it's called, even if you name it. But dude was on there with all of the chains and shit. He was like husky dude, and like literally the girl popped the balloon and was telling him like you too old for that. Like this shit is not cool.
That's what I'm saying. It's not cool.
Yeah, I'm about to say
But no, you said that the cool doesn't exist. You said the cool doesn't exist. It's a lot of niggas still doing that.
I'm not saying people not doing it. What I'm saying is people don't care about that shit no more.
Bro, it's a lot of dudes that still do it, like the chains and the gold teeth and the like regular. That shit's still very.
But what was the reaction? They popped the balloon on him.
They didn't think it was cool.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that, but he thought it was cool, and there's some guys around him that are doing the same shit.
A lot of people get stuck in their prime.
And I'm not even saying that it doesn't exist, as in like people aren't trying to exude it anymore. What I'm saying is people don't care about it overall anymore. Like we don't want to see the cool, we want to see the real. Like that's why people don't care about some of this music now. Like I've been saying this for years that North Carolina was going to be a big place for a lot of different industries, because I feel like there's a lot of people here that there's a level of keeping it real here that I think is like different than some others than a lot of other states. And I might be being biased, but I think there's a level of humility here that's like we don't care about, like, it's a lot of stuff in North Carolina.
That's if you a native, bro. We got so many people from all over the place here now. You rare you see it.
I agree though, because I mean, Charlotte's always
slow in the. Oh, you was born.
Charlotte's always been the place. Charlotte's always been the melting pot. Because I wouldn't even born in Charlotte. I'm from Winston-Salem.
Didn't know that.
But but we moved here in 98.
Shout out to my transplant brothers.
Hey, but I thought you were going to go somewhere else.
And we've always anytime that prefix come. Hey, so I think that what you call went up.
But think about it though, we've always been the place where people, whether it's Greensboro, South Carolina, mountains, anywhere, they would come to Charlotte. And then as time went on, we had people from whole other states come here. So I think we always were real with each other, because we didn't think nothing of the Arab person at the gas station, African dude at the we got to experience bodegas, we got to experience.
You hear that, Trey?
You know what I mean? Anywhere, growing up with Hispanic people, you know what I mean? Spanish people, we always had like just diversity and just.
Man, I think the state motto is I don't give a fuck.
like we never really.
It's the state motto.
And I think Charlotte being on the border helped, like you said, South Carolina, like it's the mecca for both Carolinas, because it is right there on the border, and so it's so many people that come up from South Carolina that make it. It's not just North Carolina, like it's not the North Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers.
That's why I agree with what Tone saying.
It's 2 states, 1 team. That's like the motto they have. So
that's why I agree with Tone, because you do got to be real. Like we take it. Well, I ain't even gonna say take it for granted, but we may not think much of it because we grew up here. But it helped me realize it when I started noticing people from other places that's from here, and they come with their mind states, like people from up north and stuff like that, with that every man for themselves mind state. And I would have to like talk to certain guys I work with at work and stuff like that. I'm like, man, it's different down here, man. You don't know who somebody feels like is their family, because they grew up together. They might not even be blood relatives, but you know what I mean? Like you may think it's every man for themselves, but you end up starting drama with a whole 50-something mile number of people. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it's different. You gotta be willing to break a language barrier or two. Like, because how else you gonna buy your stuff from the store if you don't figure out how to talk to this guy? You know, that's the cat at the cash register, or you go to school with somebody, your driver's ed partner might be somebody foreign, or your teacher, or anything. Like we always just had to strip all that down and just figure out how to socialize no matter what.
And I think it was also something that makes it like that too, is how slow it was. Like now it's picking up, like the pace is picking up. It's becoming like a city. And well, it is a city at this point. Whereas when we were younger and growing up, all of this shit wasn't like it is. You know what I mean? It was much slower living than it is now. The traffic and shit, like everything seemed to be a lot slower than it is currently.
77 used to not be as fucked up as it is. I remember that.
Yeah.
Even you can tell when shit's starting to change when the driving.
Tone started driving crazy like that for no reason. You seen that? Tone wild, boy.
I wasn't thinking nothing about it,
bro. He's like right now.
Yes. Johnny started to talk to give a diversion and everything. Boy,
I'm trying to look out, bro. I'm trying to.
Tone was like that.
Yeah. I think that Charlotte's diverse. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree. Are y'all saying Charlotte is what is the overarching point that y'all are making right now?
Well,
outside of being diverse in exchange.
Yeah, I ain't gonna even lie. I forgot how you even got to that point.
Yeah,
but
I made a point about both Carolinas.
Yeah, we got into like we love Carolina thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't even. Yeah,
But-
I wouldn't even try to go there. I forgot why I got to that point.
Bro, it started from Kendrick shifting the culture.
Yeah, I think Tone was saying that in general.
Tone said something
Charlotte,
about North Carolina.
in North Carolina, is like a state of not giving a F or something like that.
Oh yeah, and I was saying that the culture is. I feel like that's where the culture is kind of starting to shift more so in that direction of things, where it's like,
hell no,
But I don't know when we haven't not gave a fuck. Oh,
No,
F.
we don't.
I'm
We
talking
don't.
about
We
like
don't
they're-
give
okay,
a fuck
so-
right now. It feel like with all
Charlotte
everything.
specifically?
No, just talking about the culture
Well,
in
that's what-
general.
I think Charlotte cares. There's a big sentiment around a lot of Charlotteans telling like New Yorkers to go back. We're full. Like I've seen Charlotte. We're
was
full.
when we were
I've
younger.
seen that's a lot.
I ain't seen it so much.
All right, I don't know what y'all talking about when you say not give a F. I thought he was talking about like culturally, and like morality and different things like that. What are we talking about? I
I thought we were talking about like being open to other cultures and other people from other places. I think that's waning quickly. With
no, I was talking about like people not like pretty much the sentiment of we don't give a fuck about what you got. Like not in no negative way, but about the same way as how Buddy was like. You can be famous. You can have left here and became famous. We don't really necessarily care about that, John. Like, or you like we not sitting here like, oh, this person's so cool. This ain't really the state for that, especially Charlotte. It's not the place you come to be like for
be, like,
people to be sitting there
celebrated.
pawning over you. Like it's not really the thing that happens here. Like, but we will if you good at what you do, we will show you love.
We'll support.
We will
what
support.
you do, but we're not gonna be like the person that holds you up. Like if you in New York and you break as the hottest rapper, and they the ones who started
I
rap.
actually believe that because most people that from North Carolina that blow up have to go.
They gotta
places.
leave.
Like J. Cole, the Baby, like all the biggest rappers from North
Because
Carolina.
the
Baby didn't leave.
A lot of people did.
I mean,
that.
he went, like,
we
he-
don't really
he didn't
show
move,
love.
but
That's
like,
the thing.
He definitely touched other markets before he blew up. Like he had to hit. Like he didn't blow up just being in Charlotte. Like, he went
You
South
can't.
by Southwest,
but
and
that's like a week.
you say what?
But it's too diverse.
Like he
I
lived.
mean,
He
even
lived
with
in
the
Charlotte
Baby.
when he blew up.
But he was hitting markets though. Like
Yeah, he was going on tour. Like, of course, you're not just only like.
But a lot of people, I think, we told a lot of people like you can stay just in the city of New York and blow up without.
He stayed just in the city of Charlotte and blew up.
Like you don't have to do. promo.
What are you talking about? Like he should like.
But I'm saying,
Wu Tang was going to Howard before they grew up. Wu Tang was going down south. If you just look at the Wu Tang like documentary and the show, they were on like the whole Chitlin circuit run before they blew up. I think one of their biggest like moments was a festival they did. It wasn't in New York, but it was like a festival for like writers and artists and shit like that. That was somewhere.
I mean, I'll give you the Baby, but J. Cole, he's arguably a bigger artist. He moved a little bit. I think Baby might be the one instance where he stayed, but he still had to.
Everybody know that you got to leave here to make it, bro. Because Charlotte generally just doesn't support like that, bro. They don't give a fuck. Like Toe saying, you could be. They don't give a fuck like that. Yeah. You can't do it here because niggas is not going to big up you to the point to where, like, you know what I mean? It's like
But where the thing is that I don't know any native people of any space that says too much differently. Maybe but no, because like when you hear the New York niggas talk, they say the same thing. When you hear the Atlanta niggas talk, they say the same thing.
Oh, they gotta leave if they.
Yeah, like that.
No,
No. What they talk about is the fact that niggas in the city don't support you, and you got to get
Atlanta-
support outside. I've
Atlanta-
heard them.
I didn't hear. I heard Atlanta's not like
y'all talking
Atlanta
about
be showing love.
No, y'all. This is false. Y'all talking about the niggas that have blown. We talking about like people that's on the grind.
Well,
trying
I've
to
heard
make
niggas who was trying to make it say that in Atlanta that like they said it was totally. I done seen niggas go to Atlanta for trips and they say like they be trading different stuff and everything.
that's the same thing.
because they never know who's gonna make it.
That's the same thing Nas said when he was here.
What about? Hey, he said only Atlanta and LA can stay home. I think New York can stay home too. I think New York got a big enough market to where they ain't really.
Niggas ain't blowing out of New York like that.
Maybe maybe that might have changed, but there was a point where New York niggas could stay home.
But yeah, and again, I'm not saying that you can't blow out of Atlanta. That's not what I'm saying, because that's what the industry is. What I'm saying, there's not a lot of local support in Atlanta outside of for the very famous people already.
I don't think I can go with what I've heard people say. I've never lived in Atlanta, so and I don't even like to go like that. So I can't really
overrated.
That for me, I just
like
ain't
three-
into. I just ain't into it. It's still like anytime I go somewhere and just see a whole bunch of fake shit, I don't really fuck. Like,
no, I'm saying like to be the Mecca. Let's just take in the past 5 years. How many people has blown out of Atlanta? How many artists down there?
I don't know.
No, I'm just asking. Like, we got the Baby, we got Gunna. Who else? And the Baby was not the Baby. Lil Baby was way before that. Neither one of those within the past 5 years. Out of Atlanta, who is blowing? Niggas just moved to Atlanta, and they make their base out of Atlanta. Who's blown out of Atlanta?
It's not the same thing as it used to be.
Nobody knew.
It used to be.
That's the point that I'm making.
Yeah.
Who's really blowing at that shit?
I mean, shit.
I don't even think it's a lack of showing love out there for them. I think it's just kind of like it's not the Mecca anymore. that moves.
But everybody still moved to like all the artists.
Oh yeah, but I think the Mecca is moving. Like I don't know where it's at yet. It might be Memphis right now. I don't know. But like I don't know.
May end up being Texas.
Memphis.
Yeah.
It might be. LA might have the biggest, like the best run right now, right?
West Coast is
back.
Damn!
You know who else dropped two albums? This is a TDE year. Yeah. Oh, shout out Riz probably gone now, but he actually did. I should have brought this up. This would have been his own topic. He was he brought up the concept of how in a year everybody was saying how TDE was about to flail and fall and break apart. You had Kendrick leaving. Obviously, like there's always been like a little SZA thing. Absol and Absol had recently dropped, but Schoolboy hadn't dropped in a while. They didn't have like a marquee artist, but in the year you got Dose that's popping now. You got Absol and whatchamacallit drop albums. You got Kendrick with this big push, and
Kendrick ain't with TDE anymore, right?
No, he's not. But they're really still closely related, all the way down to the beef. He was standing next to him from the video to like the references. A Top Dog, they playing with like it was a symbiotic relation
on this album.
Yeah, and like right now they look really really good. But then you look at Dreamville.
Yeah, that shit.
You got JID talking about I don't rock with these niggas. I don't hang around them. You got Ari. You got Ari Lennox saying, "Get me the out of here."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got J. Cole going through his whole scenario right now that he's trying to fight his way back through.
We ain't heard from Boss.
We ain't heard from Loot in a second.
What Earth Gang it? I ain't heard from.
Yeah, like
they actually just dropped something.
But it's quiet though. That's the thing.
They ain't do numbers, but they just dropped something.
And I think that's interesting how a year makes, because a year ago,
Loose about to drop. I seen him promoting. Loose about to drop.
He might be, but I'm just saying, like, it hasn't been like a buzz that's picked up about too much of anything.
I ain't seen a Luke post in a minute. Like, I fuck with Luke, but like,
yeah, man, that's crazy.
Ever since this shit, but them boys been
that shit went like this.
They done been. I'm like, damn. Only thing
Dosey might have dropped. Oh shit, Dosey is another album to get. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, she dropped maybe a top album this year. Well, it's not a maybe. She's a rapper slash like, like she does melody shit too, but she raps.
Oh, she raps. Okay.
Yeah, no, like she's
that's fine.
based
I'll
off
check
of
her
like
out.
rapping.
So you wouldn't look at her if she had an ass?
I don't want to hear that shit, bro.
Well, her music isn't ass out based. Like, yeah.
That's what okay. That's what.
No, I say that
to say a specific question.
But you said she got an ass. Like, I did recently see her rapping in like boy shorts or something like that. So, but
her ass is out, bro.
Yeah, but she's that's not her content.
Okay, I'm gonna check her out because I can understand. I can understand trying to have a sex appeal as a female artist in general. But I was talking about the ass out music. I'm definitely not.
Take.
What's the take?
J-Rock album Redemption is better than Kenny's new project.
That's a fact.
Good take.
Bro, that's a fact, bro. That shit, Redemption is cold, bro.
That's a take.
That's a great take, bro.
When did Redemption drop? I don't know.
A couple years ago. It was a couple years ago. Redemption smack, bro.
Redemption a good project.
I got that motherfucker.
Redemption a good project.
Bro, Redemption is hard, bro.
I don't know if it's better.
It is better, bro.
I don't know if it's better.
Man, y'all trying to get this man too much goddamn.
I forgot what is it like?
I want to hear it,
the
bro.
last
shit
J-Rock
is
album,
mid, bro.
That boy fell away.
Now he making me feel away. I don't know if the Redemption is better or not.
I can't have an opinion.
Fuck no, not if your opinion is that, because I don't even believe you believe that shit.
I just want to know where all this like.
Because I can't like something.
Because you waiting on to see what he say first.
I can't.
What does my opinion have to do with anything?
Are you waiting to see what Taylor say first?
What does this have to do with
The
anything?
nigga keep looking over there at you to see what you gonna say to see if he gonna figure out how he feel about it.
You see, he trying to turn you for no reason.
I ain't even watch
all I'm saying is, real. If you say that you didn't, like, you haven't listened to it since, and your take from the first listen, I feel like you playing devil's advocate. You didn't have these strong opinions when we.
But what did I say? What did I rate it
last time
yesterday?
you listened to it?
What did I rate it yesterday?
He was bumping his head.
Yeah, that nigga.
What did I rate it yesterday?
That boy loved a lot of songs.
What did I rate it yesterday? What did I rate it yesterday?
That man woke up like, I like that shit too much.
A 6 probably or a 6?
Did you say a 6? I don't know, nigga. I don't remember.
Right,
we had like 6 niggas that went around the thing.
You got it.
Do you want to say what you rated it? I don't know. Nigga. I know what I gave it. I gave it an 8 to a 9.
Bro, GNX slap.
Redemption is
It's
much
slap. Yeah,
better.
Redemption slap.
Redemption is much better than that GNX joint.
I know, but the thing is that like
cool.
The thing about it is that like J-Rock does make really good albums. Like I think what is it,
90059.
Yeah, that one. Now that is
Follow Me Home.
Like J-Rock just makes really, really good music. He probably has maybe the second best discography out of TDE. And the thing is that like he can also compete. Like there's an argument to say he might have the best, depending on what you like. And that's the thing about J-Rock. Like to me, he is the epitome of a professional rapper. And the thing is like I wouldn't I wouldn't compare this album to like a person's best body of work or something like that because of.
I'm listening, bro. I can't listen.
Why are you looking at me though?
All right, y'all niggas have your own little fun thing. But my thing is like, I think this album was clear to where the aim was. Like it's like comparing like Love Below to like Illmatic or some shit like that.
I thought you was about to say Speaker Box.
No. But even that.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But like it's like comparing like something that had a very
like comparing 808s to like My Beautiful Dark Fantasy.
Yeah, like there's such that's actually perfect. Like Kanye probably has even more inside his discography that you can make that exact same intent.
So what do you compare it to then?
Like you just like look at it and say if it's like if it's a quality thing.
The 808s of his.
No. I'm talking about. So what do you compare this album to then? If you can't compare it to any of his own other work. You can't compare it.
Well, no, like the thing is,
you can't compare it to
like
Mike Delete Later.
You could do what you kind of want to with it. But
So
my
what
thing is
would
that
you compare it to? Out of another artist's discography, where would you land this and say that you can compare it?
like all right. So let me see if I can think through the different artists. I would say like J. Cole. I would compare this to like a KOD, where that album was sonically way more 808 heavy, more like he's pushing to make like records and shit like that.
Which one's better?
Bro, I don't fucking know. This shit been out a weekend. Like, why are you trying to get? Yeah, like I don't know. Like,
he want niggas to hate immediately,
right? Like, I don't know.
I'm trying to push the conversation. I'm trying to push the conversation. I want to.
No, but
I want some real takes.
You want us to be like prisoners of the moment. Like, I think it's a good project. I enjoy it. Like I like KOD. Like I enjoy that. I have that probably higher on my J. Cole discography than some people.
I know you said that it was your favorite one.
KOD was? I don't know if I said that was my favorite.
Got them sitting on fences and shit.
Me saying that I don't think it's my favorite would be a fence. What's the fence, please?
I don't know. I just felt like saying it.
Right.
Ron DeWan said was GNX better than Killer Mike's Michael?
Fuck no.
Nah, I'm
Fuck
not.
no.
I ain't even
Fuck
giving that.
no.
And I love Kendrick. I'm not giving that to Kendrick.
Fuck no.
Killer Mike went stupid.
Who said that? Who
he was asking.
Michael was a good one.
He said was GNX better than
Who asked that?
No,
Ron DeWan.
Yeah,
GNX ain't better than Michael.
Okay, so is Michael better than Mike Delete Later?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That Michael goes stupid.
That shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like that is Killer Mike's best album.
Yeah.
And so like that's what I'm saying. Like this was clearly meant to be like a vibe album.
That's
So we're
what I'm
like,
saying.
we keep making these comparisons to niggas' best album. I would just compare the best album of Kendricks if we're doing like what's these niggas' best albums.
But like
it's like a weird thing to do.
Like, I don't know. It just seems like
what's
it's
the
their
Drake,
most recent album. So of course we would say because that Killer Mike, then J Rock Redemption is his
Nigga,
most
Killer Mike done
recent.
dropped another album, haven't he?
No,
let me look
not
at it.
another album.
But Redemption ain't even. Is that the last?
Yeah, that's the last J Rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking about Ab Soul drop. Like Ab
He dropped another album.
Absol drop.
Absol
Did he
has
drop
dropped.
another album?
He just dropped like 4 weeks ago.
An album?
Yeah.
Damn, I
But
didn't know
like
that.
Herbert, like the one before that.
Yeah.
Herbert was cold.
Herbert's cold.
Yeah,
Like I don't think
I would
Herbert.
I would like Herbert better than. But the thing is, like they're just so different. Like this is a fucking
What about
party
Boogie's
album, and that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, he's not a party album. I see what you're saying.
Like we comparing like niggas trying to rap their best to somebody making a party album.
I don't know, bro. That sounds like some scapegoat shit.
Niggas making a party
That sounds like you're
album.
trying to scapegoat it though. Like, so you can't compare it to anything that's good.
No,
I'm
but
saying, how can anybody ever be a winner?
48 hours ago.
No,
bro.
no,
Like,
but
I
I'm
mean,
saying
you
like why? My
You
question
still
is,
got to give a hot take, bro.
no, but
anybody
why
ever
are you
be the
I
comparing?
gave you the hot take. It's
Mid.
that wasn't my hot take.
Yeah, that's just yours. Yeah, like niggas is like, is it this or Illmatic? Like, bro, like why would you
trash or a classic?
Like, right? It's like why would you be comparing it to niggas' best bodies of work,
bro?
It's like-
They're naming out.
like,
He's
why?
asking you. Those are the most recent bodies of work that the Michael was. Well, you just said it. I didn't know he had.
I can double check.
Sacrifice TV said I got Freddie Gibbs' new album over this K-Dot album.
I ain't
But
know
I know
Freddie
Gibbs.
Gibbs.
not
I ain't listened to it.
No, that's the one with
Yeah.
the what is it, Black Rabbit or some shit like that. Nah, I'm not.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
listen
rolling.
to it.
I
'Cause
like
it probably
Freddie.
is. I'm going with you anyway, Ken. I ain't even heard this shit. That shit probably is better,
This
bro.
nigga finding the
That
way to
motherfucker
just
get on
hate
that
this
bit on
one.
some pootie
I
tape shit. He
wish
gonna
Red
say
would have
that.
had this energy during the live. This nigga done changed 360 off of not
Did
listening
not
to
see
it.
what
again.
it was all right when the oil first was making
Yeah.
you feel
You
good.
liked it.
Yeah,
But
you
as
can
the
hear
night
it.
went on,
Hey, Ray, you want a shot?
nah, bro.
Right.
I want to give y'all this sober hot take.
My
bro.
nigga got that cold cape on. It's all right, man.
I ain't said nothing about.
No, we
I
gonna-
just said KOD.
You got-
bro.
you got-
We better get him on the oil and change all this shit.
Man, fuck y'all, bro. I'm going with you, kid. That shit probably better too, bro. Shit
Shot,
mid, bro.
Niggas be like, hey, when was that nigga rapping the best? All right, put that against this album. This nigga making
Bruh, that's just-
Buster. Like he's making fun songs.
You
Why-
just
why
saying
do
words,
niggas-
bro.
Is that saying
You
words or
just
is that
saying words,
valid?
bro.
This
Niggas
nigga want us to
said
compare it to
Redemption,
niggas' best
yo,
album.
it's not
That's
niggas' best.
saying words.
It was literally the nigga's most recent drops. Nobody knew that fucking Killer Mike dropped another project here recently. Nobody knew that, bro. He's literally comparing to niggas' most recent bodies of work. It ain't looking for their best.
Okay, so you just saying, is this better than XYZ
And the KOD's
rappers'
not
latest?
Matter of fact, none of the albums that we compared to was like an intentional best album. Because like to me, KOD's not Cole's best album. So I wasn't trying to say that. So you just saying words.
Oh, okay. Redemption is whatchamacallit?
It's his most. It's his latest album.
Okay.
I like Angry Red.
Oh, I
like so. You got
Nigga.
anything else, Red? Anything else on your chest?
It was mid. Say it.
It's fucking mid.
It's mid.
Exactly. God damn it.
Oh shit! So, what y'all boys want to do? We got.
Oh, I think it's Rail's sassy take.
That's actually a good one.
Yeah. And so
Don't call that nigga sassy, bro.
Who sassy?
I did not. Bro.
No, he said it's actually good, and he was
I
pointing at
ain't
you. I
worried
don't know.
about that. I ain't worried
He
about
said that
that.
was a
I ain't
sassy
worried about
Kendrick
that.
take. It's all right, man.
I ain't worried about that.
He don't like
So
that nigga
what I
making
was
twerk
saying
music.
was,
Chill out, man. You trying to do his take, bro.
I'm not trying to give a take. I'm trying to give my question. So my question, now we hear a lot of the women that men are being louder. You know what I mean? We're being loud, and a lot of the time what we're hearing now is like, men are we getting softer, or are we sassy? We're getting sassy. So I wanted to ask, do y'all think that we're, as men, our generation of men, do you think that we're getting softer or slash acting more sassy, as they're saying?
Nope. because I don't feel like there's ever been a time where guys have been this vocal. So I mean, I don't think you can necessarily say. I don't know. I think you have to be coming from something to say like, "Oh, now y'all are sassy." I'm like, well, what point did we come from? Silence, complete silence.
Which actually speaking will be a sign of strength.
Exactly. We be weak to keep suppressing or keep dealing with or keep dwelling on. You know, we would have to speak up for ourselves and stand back up. And I just think that, you know, being scared of a shift or a change or people being scared to hold themselves accountable for their side of it, you know, because I often think of that, like what does a person actually go through when they actually accept that they was fucked up, like in a certain situation? Like, do you feel embarrassed or and I'm talking about the real moment that you have the feeling. I'm not talking about how people can talk like just how things sound on paper.
About your conscience.
Yeah, I'm talking about really dealing with yourself. Like say a female was with a dude, and then like 2 years after they break up, she realized like, dang, maybe I was like way too harsh with this dude, or maybe I didn't ever let him talk at all. Honestly, you know what I mean? Like when people actually start realizing just thing after thing after thing, you never know if they're trying to. If they can handle trying to fix it because you got to accept all of that, or if you know what I mean, it just keeps people in that same, you know, just same pattern, same behavior patterns or whatever. So I don't feel like guys are sassy right now. I just feel like there are certain things that I think we're more accepting of not even being with somebody. Like, you know what I mean? Like, man, look, if it ain't gonna work right now, then I accept that I'm finna get to a certain point.
And I'm not speaking not just in relationships, just in general, how we are how we've been socially how we've socially been what do you want to call it? I don't know what, you know,
like kind
programmed,
of
conditioned is the word I was looking for.
But no, I don't think we sassy. I think like
or softer. See, are we softer than the men prior to us?
That's two different things.
More
like sassy and soft are two different. I don't think we're sassier. I
Okay.
think we are a little softer, and I think it's a necessary thing because I think we were hardened, you know, calloused. I think being a little softer isn't necessary. Like our kids deserve softer dads. You know, a lot of that shit did them, but sassy. I think sassy comes with like motherfucker don't agree with you. I think I said this at the bachelor party. A man can have a preference. Women can have all their preferences. I want 6 foot something, this money, you know, that they can have all their preferences. When men have preferences, I don't want a woman with kids. I don't want this. I don't want that. Then it becomes sassy. I don't think men having preferences, men being emotionally intelligent.
It's only sassy when you don't agree.
It's only sassy when you don't agree. But I think that's a good thing, though. I think more emotionally intelligent men with better boundaries with women, men that like can cry with their sons and kiss them and tell them it's okay to cry. That all is softer. It's none of that sassy though. And I think being softer men, especially like we've seen the previous generation. We all got fucking issues and complaints and trauma from that previous generation. So to sit up there and not be softer would be insane. Like when we know that's what we all wanted from that previous generation. So we are softer. And that's a good thing, but I would never say we're sassy.
So real quick though, but just included in this demographic of men, would y'all not say there has been an increase in sassy men compared to now? Like, I mean, compared to back like in the 90s, like there are more men that are sassy now than
I look at sassy like this. I look at sassy. I look at a man being sassy as like nitpicking on every single thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't look at sassy as a man standing on what he believes in, and or if he actually sees something in his lady that is a problem, whether she was with him or not.
Oh, I was talking
about, not just excessive.
I was talking about them.
But tone, like even to that, like I imagine standing on that business. If that's what you are, that takes a lot of more like courage and strength than the motherfuckers than the people in the 80s who was hiding.
I don't think so. I think it takes more courage and strength back then than it takes now. We're more accepting of everything.
Hell no, absolutely not.
We're more accepting in everything now. Why would you? You have no reason to hide now.
But we're only more accepting because it's people that went out there and stood on that business. That's the only reason we're more accepting.
Like being in the closet is not hard.
That's not harder, bro, at all. But like so even if
like
there are
how is being in the closet harder? That's literally hiding.
Hold on. You say okay. I think I was missing you. So I'm saying that it's really no reason to be in the closet now because it's socially accepted.
Because it's people who went out the closet first and they had to like eat all this shit. But like it was
right. So it would have been harder to do it in that generation to stand on business.
There was
in that generation
would do it for it to be acceptable now.
Right. So what we were talking about was it harder then or now? What I'm saying is that it would have been harder to come out the closet then than it would be now because everybody's socially accepted it now.
Why it's easier.
Yeah. No, I think that to Tone's point was that like there's more of them now. In the past, they were just in the closet doing it. And to be in the closet, that's the easiest way to go about doing a thing.
Possibly.
So
I think it's much easier to just live your life in plain sight than it is to like try to hide it.
Exactly.
I think you only call sassy when you say something that's not what they want to do.
No, I'm not saying that you do with the sassy, but I think that there's two. We have to acknowledge both sides of it. So there are some. I agree that we are actually softer and it's better. You know what I mean? But there's also some levels of softer that are too that I think are negative as well.
Like
being sassy.
No.
like a real deal, like example of like where we're too soft and like.
So I'll give you an example. Even just socially, everybody's softer. So I would say that it's a fact that we are softer. But I would say that like if we let's say that we technologically we had EMP some shit, the men we can't fix shit. You know what I mean? We don't know how to do anything really. Our entire fucking repertoire of fucking let's say not even innovation, but
like you're talking about mechanical skills. Like handyman skills,
anything that you do with your hands other than on a keyboard, or making music, we damn near, or entertaining, we damn near don't know anything about. So that is something that I think that we have gotten a lot softer and gotten away from that would be much beneficial for us to. And I've said this many times on the show. So I think that that's something that we've gotten softer on.
But do you think that like outside of like apocalyptic event happening?
Yeah, I was gonna go to another one.
Like that's not really an issue, unless something crazy like World War III happens. Then it'd be like
right.
But then we would have so many other bigger issues.
Let me give another one. Is I think that that probably exists. I don't say it anyway. I think that we do have a lot more of like the people willing to sit in the position of lack more often now. Niggas are just sit at we're living with the old lady on the game all day and shit. Yeah, I think that we're softer in that regard. Niggas will do that shit and sit there and watch their old lady pay all of the bills.
Social media
niggas do that shit. And that wasn't like I didn't hear too much of that back in the day. Like you really didn't hear much of that. And like not everybody worked like my dad did, but niggas was out doing something. You know what I mean? They was out doing something. The military is softer now than it's ever been due to technological innovation. I was in there. I seen like the drill sergeants complain about the shit all the time. Like even they shorten basic training. They bringing down the requirements of like your physical fitness. We're fatter than we've ever been. Like we are getting softer. So there's going to be a good softness where parenting, you mess around and have a better relationship with your kids, and maybe your kids are able to. I mean, they're still going to be softer than you are because they're being raised softer than you were raised. They're even softer.
But they'll probably be more effective.
They be greased up too, goddamn. Them kids, like when your mama didn't put all that goddamn baby oil and all that shit. Your lips was chapped and shit.
No,
you know what I mean? Them kids.
I'm about to say the Vaseline was a Vaseline.
I used to come out the house looking brand new. I'm talking about
I ain't never. My mama.
Yeah, no,
I ain't never had that.
That Vaseline white was real.
About like
I ain't never.
I used to have a Vaseline check before I left the house. Like I'd have all my clothes on and she look and make sure it wasn't no ash
shiny.
Your mom stayed at home during your school years?
For the most part, like my dad actually, because he was a little older, he retired.
Okay.
And so my mom was working while my dad was. So a lot of times my mom was going to work and my dad was staying and doing. But before she left for work, that was one of the things.
Okay.
She'd make sure baby boy was all right.
Shit, Mom Dukes was still in the bed the whole time when we was getting ready. She came in there and got you up, threw some water on your face if you ain't get up fast enough, and she went to sleep. If you ain't getting no if you didn't put lotion or Vaseline on yourself, you just didn't have none. And your lips be cracking like a motherfucker.
Even my pops used to have some in, like when he drive me to do it. We
talking about high school though, right? I'm sure you're not talking about like
middle school, middle school,
Elementary
high
school, they was greasing your ass.
Greasing the.
I don't think so. I don't think so
Every
either.
black kid out there getting greased up before they go out.
Because we walked to school. I don't remember.
Big Vaseline. It wasn't lotion. It was Vaseline.
Yeah, I'm talking about the tub. You gotta get two.
And rubbed it around, boy.
Hey, y'all ever had that brown Vaseline when you got sick and they put that like the carbonated joint? Like,
I don't know if I had that.
No,
he said brown.
It was carbonated, but it was. You got plug your joint up, but
right, y'all they probably ain't heard anything I said the whole episode.
Oh no, we can hear the difference.
Yeah. No,
that's why we keep telling you to do it. We can hear the difference.
Yeah,
but yeah. So like, do y'all have a rebuttal to what I said?
No,
Look like you was disagreeing over here. You could feel. I can see
valid
your
points,
body language.
like,
about could you run down? I guess like some of the like you said, the military is more soft because of technological innovation. I think that
and just requirements being lower just because they know that we are softer, so they're going to lower the requirements because we want to have retain. We want to retain soldiers and have more of the population be able to qualify because we're getting we're fatter than we were. We're less. We exercise less. Like even in the children. Like I went and did a Well, go ahead. I'll let you finish. You said you were going to give your take on it.
Well, that was just. Well, I guess you said two of them. I don't know if we're like specifically fatter. I know that we reached like was it maybe the 90s? It was like a big obesity peak. I don't know if like we've reached that again. But yeah, like you're talking about like. All right, so to me, if we're saying technological advances has made us less softer. And
more
that's
soft.
More softer, and that's a negative. I guess I don't know. I think that to be competitive on the world stage, you probably have to be more stronger than you have to be like brawnier now. To where if the military is smarter than it's ever been, I think that's probably like a positive. I also imagine that it just makes sense. Again, because of just like innovation in general, to where if you're like staying to like traditional shit of like what the military older requirements was, I don't know of how necessary it is anymore.
And it's not going to be effective because we're not fighting trench warfare anymore. Like,
right, and I was about to build that up to that, where like it's
pressing the button.
Innovation just seems like it's changed what the future of war would be. Where instead of collecting a bunch of like meatheads, you're probably trying to actually collect a bunch of people that are smart, can innovate, and have like high levels of dexterity between just performance on whatever the next version of warfare is going to be.
You want them nerds. Them nerds is gonna get them bombs right. They know like football.
Well, they don't make the bombs,
but you have to be smart as shit to make a bomb.
Yeah, but they don't make the bombs. They just buy them.
Somebody has to make them.
All right, the computers are making them anyway. If you're talking about automation,
technology made everybody weak across.
But yeah,
the
so
board.
like to the two that you just said to me,
So even to look at that. So what are we gonna do? Let's say that, or maybe what are our children gonna do with the technology if we continue to be quote unquote as soft as we are and getting softer? What do we do during the technological advancement to where the jobs that we'll need are not going to be anything computer jobs? It won't be telephone jobs. It's going to be more of some dirty hands work that you're probably going to do, or it's going to be something.
It's not going to be enough work for you.
Yeah, but it's definitely not going to be enough work.
Yeah,
so I don't know what
like,
the fuck
I don't even see like how you would compare that because it's a minute amount of
like even if you need so many people to build roads and do that. We got like once everybody's doing that, there's still going to be so many people left over. A
hyper majority is going to be left over.
Yeah. I think any parents would you rather be one of those that know how to do it, or be a part of the majority that's jobless?
But what do you like? You just said like as a society, are we getting softer? Are you saying like I don't understand what you're asking right
okay,
now.
No. That was kind of a stray.
I think for right now, the best thing is if there's any trades, anything that we all do know as parents, like whatever information you have as your parent, just show your children. Like, everything's good. It's not going to be jobs for everybody. Everybody's not going to be blue collar. Everybody's not going to be white collar. You know what I mean? It'll be a mix. But I feel like whatever we do know as parents, just tell them like I know landscaping, but I don't feel like I'm going to be doing that forever. But that's something that I am going to show my son. Like, these are like just this is the equipment. This is like what you can get out of this. You know what I mean? Or just like anybody else who, if you know music, if you know anything, I say just show them, and they're gonna take it to whatever level they're gonna take it to anyway.
And I think also like one thing we need to focus on is like if we know the computers and AI is the future, what's China doing? You see like their TikTok versus our
Innovating
TikTok.
more. STEM.
We need that's exactly what I was about to
Engineers.
use. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
I agree with that.
We need to push that super heavy in our
I don't
communities
disagree.
because if these computers are going to be like what
We don't
runs
need
this
more
something
crash dummies,
but something that
But
they
we
also do
need
is
to
that
know
they-
how to work them though.
We don't need crash
We need to
dummies.
know
We
how to
need niggas
program.
But just because you're not soft don't mean you're a crash dummy.
Right.
It's just
So-
like
so-
going to it's like being a centrist on the one you agree with and then being extreme on the other one. I
No,
think that,
all right. So go ahead. No, I guess what I'm saying is that like all the examples and points that you made went against pushing towards tech and innovation and kids being like more on that realm of things. Like that was where you drew the line that when it came down to it.
Okay, I didn't follow.
Okay.
No, I mean I want to understand. Well, I just said I didn't follow.
So every example, the
Right.
line that you drew
Uh-huh.
was always on the sense of like, got to be better with your hands. If EMP comes, like in general, all these jobs are going to leave
But
because
just even in my bad, but even in the way that we communicate with one another, when you see two men getting like you, to me, I think it's soft shit is the have to go to the idea of shooting a nigga, like it squabble up, like squabble up, like niggas soft, so they going to get guns and like so it's. I think that there are many different ways that you can see this shit.
Soft manifest in a lot of different ways.
yeah, like you,
Yeah, soft
like
manifest in
you
many
hadn't
different
moved
ways.
it past like tech until just now, and that's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Okay,
and all right, so I would love to hear you unpack like the next versions that you want us to get into, so I can understand what.
well, I mean, I don't have a fucking list here for me to just name off, but I'm just saying like these, I'm coming up with them as I'm going.
Right, but typically when people are saying soft, I think like where Johnny went with, like whether it's like the idea of like emotional intelligence, kissing your kid, XYZ, the fatherhood, blah 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 blah, or we're talking about being handsy or being smart. And when it comes down to like jobs, XYZ, we address that. You brought up something different when we're talking about like fighting, XY. I don't know if you have any other things or if that's like the last thing you want to land at. And then I think like that's something for us to address and talk through. But I'm just trying to make sure we have the full conversation.
I mean,
out
yeah,
as
if we
you
can
want to.
talk about that one and then I come up with another one.
Okay. And are you asking, are kids softer now when it comes down to fighting? In comparison,
Or they're
to
more
shooting people?
quick. They're more quick to shoot people because they are softer.
I don't know if I have like
even if you look at like, and
I don't
hate
have
to
like
say
any
this,
anecdotal evidence to
and I hate
to go to it, so I gotta kind of be quiet. I know that there's not an epidemic of like from my son's age down shooting each other, but I know they still get in fights all the time at school.
Just conflict resolution. How are we handling that?
But conflict resolution will probably be better soft though, because that's what that actually is. The aggressiveness, the fighting people, and all that. To me, that leans more into like what would be a better, like a good word to use so I don't mischaracterize like the other thing. Like we're saying soft. What would be the other thing?
the other thing. What do you mean on
Like,
on the opposing side?
Yeah, like would it be hard? Would it be like that could be a mischaracterization? What will be the?
Oh, see, like I don't have to. You don't have to give me a feel good word to use.
No, I'm
it doesn't-
trying to like. I'm not trying.
You can use hard. I'm saying you can use
Okay,
hard.
all right, so-
I don't have to. I don't have to feel better about it.
It ain't about you feeling better. I want to make sure we have just like the best version of the conversation.
go
So we're
ahead.
addressing like the things, in which I think the softer approach is conflict resolution in general. And so whether it's fighting, whether it's like picking up a gun, XYZ, I think the best version in which we can push towards would be the softest version. In comparison, whether it's fighting and fighting is testosterone, and that's like it always from this generation to the last generation, and again, violent crime and death and shootings are down. Like outside of like the rhetoric in which we hear about inside like these drill cities, like I think that is the hard way, and I think that's the shit that's becoming antiquated and outdated.
like I put it this way: say you're at a job and you have a manager that's not treating you fairly, and I've known some people that would rather conflict with that person head on in some type of way than to go over their head because they feel like they're gonna be looked at as they snitch. So I'm like, what's softer? You still living in your problem that you're not going to really get solved because that manager's going to keep doing it. If you go over their head, then now somebody puts the pressure on them and they have to suffer the same thing that they're putting on you. So you could solve that problem by the trickle down, you know what I mean, by the tier level.
By going, quote unquote, the softer route.
Yeah, going the softer route, but it takes more strength to realize, like, what is the long game. Now, if you want to conflict with them right then and there and say, I'm about to come talk to you because I don't like how you're treating me, that may exude strength right off, but how soft are you? Because you're not really going to get the result you want. They could keep doing, they could fire you at will. Or anything. So
right, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Going for the day. That was a great point.
I'm not saying that you can meet that. And see, to me, I think that at the end of the day, addressing your concern with a person is the harder thing to do than to just go in. You know what I mean? Because my thing is like you can do both. Yeah. You don't have to get emotional to have a conversation in a disagreement with a person. Exactly. So the softer thing to do is to just goddamn take it and then just go and do the, you know what I mean, the snitch thing. You know what I mean? That is the softest of the options that you got. You know what I mean? But I think that if you're going to go and have a conversation with the person, and because there's a reason that you're doing this, if you can have a conversation with the person without all of the emotion, just a logical conversation with the person. And if y'all can't work it out, then you go ahead and go up.
Yeah, that's,
you know what I mean? But you can find in every scenario, I'm not saying that being this guy in every scenario is going to be the best thing. Because like I said, in parenting and in most social environments, it is a lot better to be more heady than it is physical. And that's not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying that, like, I think that it's a clear that we are not, there's pros and cons, but we are softer than the generation prior to us of men. We are softer, and there's goods and bads to it. And the whole thing was to bring it to the table to have a conversation about the goods and bads and whether there was a difference in the generations of men. That was the whole point of it. So yeah,
well, I feel.
I do. I'll bookmark it and land a plane. But I do think there is differences. Like, of course, we're raised different. We're a totally different generation, and I think there are some things that maybe we're not perfect.
And with most single mothers, so it's going to be softer.
We not perfect. There's some things that like we may have dropped the ball on, like when you say like as far as like skills and stuff that our fathers knew that we might not have. But overall, I think us being softer is much more effective for us to get done what we want to get done and for us to be the people that we want to be. And of course, there's going to be some, as
long as shit don't got to hit the fan, as long as we can maintain a sense of normalcy, it'll be fine for us to be softer.
But what does that mean? Are you talking about like an apocalyptic scenario?
I'm talking about anything that makes the norm no longer or throws the norm off of its course.
The norm should be thrown off. If the norm ain't been getting us where we need to go, it has to be thrown off. Like the norm from the 80s and the 90s ain't where we want to be. So we have to change that norm. So the norm, like, so you can't like be like, well, let's not change the norm. Nah, let's change it. Let's like flip that bitch on his head and like create a new norm, and like then we can maybe discuss the new norm.
Self-deletion was a lot higher back then.
What do we need to do with this new normal? But like we have to create a new normal if we're not happy with where we've been. We have to create a new normal, and so it's gonna look a little different. It might be some things about the old normal that we missed, but that wasn't working.
Yeah. My only thing I'm saying is that like it's easy. It's like me talking to my pops. It's easy for me to shit on all of the stuff that he didn't do. You know what I mean? But there's also some things that while shitting on him, that I still want to admit that were the good things too that I could bring. So it's just that's all it was. You know what I mean? We got some shit that we can bring from what they did that I think that we may be leaving behind, that we need to go and grab some shit. And there's a lot of things that we're doing better.
There's a lot of positivity and strength also. We can't act like it's all toxic. There's a lot of positivity and strength as well. But
I guess I'd agree to that. Again, generally, I probably say that the natural evolution is the fact that in the past, let me see how I can say it. The value of a man for a long time was based off of what he can carry. And that's inside like the physical piece and the emotional piece. And I think that at that time, that's what was necessary. But again, when we just go on like the emotional piece first, I would say that again, the self-deletion rates and the mental health to that speaks to how that wasn't necessarily the best thing. And again, when we go to like what he could carry in the physical sense, I think that another one of the same exact things is that like innovation has brought more value to how a man thinks. And I think inside today's term, I see that in how a man thinks more than what his physical prowess is so much more. And this is like this goes inside like a very macro way of speaking of like this concept. But to me, when you start like microing it into like every individual scenario, I think that it still exhibits a lot of those exact same traits. So whether we're talking about I don't know, like you could just throw out the example of whatever, like men back in the day used to do this. But then when you bring up whatever the logical version of the answer is, it's like, well, shit, there's a thing that exists for it. Taking this to women, like back in the day, women had to hand wash clothes, hang them, and then they had to wash all them dishes by hand. Today, they got a washing machine and a dishwasher. Innovation, though, the women back in the day, it was way harder than today's women.
Oh yeah, grandmama and them was tough.
Yeah,
they was tough.
But now, why would that same woman do all those things when her job could be done in 20 seconds on both of them? And to me, like that's the example that I would use in general.
Yeah, because that woman that's in her 80s or something that used to wash clothes like that, she's gonna use the washing machine.
Yeah, she love that washing machine.
She got arthritis like a motherfucker.
She know all the settings on that.
That motherfucker fire.
Not gonna complain about it. She gonna use it.
And again, I guess my last thing, like I'm not saying that because I do think that toughness is important, and I don't think that we should stray away from toughness. I think that there's a way that we can mischaracterize a lot of like some of the ills though that I don't think is necessary, because of as much as toughness is really important to make sure that we hold on to, especially as men. I think that there is versions of toughness that has shown that it wasn't good for men at all.
Yeah, and that's I don't disagree with that at all. See, but the thing is that only thing I'm saying is we want to make sure that we because there's a lot of like the women and men the same and we're the same and the same. My thing is that it's a slippery fucking slope. We won't let's maintain, which you know what I mean, I stand, yeah, let's maintain some level of a level of masculinity to where it's I think that men being men is what got us here, is what has created the society that we have. And I think that men being men is the best thing for our society. So like pull some and of course unlearn some of the shit and pull some of the shit with you, because like you said, like it was how much weight you could carry. It's okay until you have to carry weight. Like you evolving past the weight carrying, that shit is all cool until you actually have to carry weight. And then you don't even know how to scrap the motherfucker on. So now you scrapping it on wrong and fucking your back up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's all I mean to say. That's all I mean to say.
Yeah, I think that strength, I think we should probably just focus on more of the things we need to be strong in as men. Like, it's not necessarily like just this one big thing. Like, I'm physically as strong as I could be. My heart's as strong as my mind's as strong. It's like, no, are you really strong at like waiting? Like, if you have to wait on something, can you wait?
Like the actual mental fortitude and toughness.
Yeah, like
that comes with like
something,
what life actually has manifested itself as.
Can you have endurance? Like, do you have real endurance?
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, to just stick with something and stay through it and know that a bunch of shit's about to come at you and keep bothering you. But what will you do when that happens? Like, can you just keep going through it? That's real strength. Like nigga could do 50 push-ups or be swole or curse somebody out or shoot somebody.
But can't stick to shit.
But can you stick to something?
As soon as something get tough, he falls.
Yeah. Can you
Big
get to
swole.
the other side of something that you're trying to do? Have you even shown yourself what you made of? Have you shown yourself that you're able to pull something off?
That's the shit I love to do.
A lot of them big,
I roll
lot of
with
them
them.
big strong niggas.
They've
bro.
got two of them.
As soon as they get
Jaden dropped 2 clips. I ain't mad at you.
Because that's honestly been the story of my life. Like my physique and the way I look, it makes people think that I'm supposed to be something that I'm not even trying to be. Like, oh, this nigga David quiet and he don't say much. He old big swole. He'll probably whoop somebody ass, bro, David. But then you never know what that leads people to try to do when they behave towards you. And I'm like, bro, I'm really just chilling. Like that's how I live. Bro.
Motherfuckers probably treat you a lot of aggression.
Yeah,
Big
and
dude.
you know, I've got stereotype from the white people. I've got tried by the black folks. I've gotten treated like just managers and shit, like they just intimidated by me or just want to say that I'm the problem. Or you know, when really I'm just chilling. And everybody who knows me for real is like, no, that's really how David is.
He's just a chill.
So
guy.
I'm like, how strong, like, you know, like my definition and my meaning of strength has always come from different shit. I ain't fought nearly as much as people I know. Like, or I ain't, you know, but it's certain shit that people look at me like, bro, I couldn't have gone through that the way you
No, that's fire.
Yeah.
No, I agree with 100%. That's I'm still saying that niggas still want to be strong in other areas as well, mentally strong and also strength in either way. Fuck it, I don't have to go back and say it again. Just
no,
we good, y'all boys. Any last words?
Oh
no.
No, Tone, you ain't got nothing.
No, it's time to go.
Okay, my bad. Bro, my bad.
Oh damn, what we at 320? That's say 320.
Yeah, we didn't.
We got
put some
Tone
extra
working
hours in.
overtime. He pissed off at us, bro.
I want y'all to come on. I'm trying to go back and make some more money.
He said, I got more wings to eat. Strawberry hot flavor.
Hey, shout, I had them twice last week, bro. But shout out
How
to
many times
everybody
you had
still
spaghetti?
rocking with us. Please hit the like button. Please follow the page. Please follow us on all social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads at B2B Fest.
Hey Johnny, did you tell Dave about the special you and Rail was running?
No,
When y'all-
nope. Nah, we ain't even doing that.
Oh, my bad.
We ain't even doing that. Before y'all get out of here, please hit the like button. Please comment below. I am your host, Johnny P.
Oh, hey, real.
It's Q.
Special guest, Big Dave in the house.
Dave, Dave.
And we out.
That's good.